10, Muswellbrook, succumbing to a very good Scone outfit. That's a first-grade outfit if ever I've seen one. But new equipment, and we've got the new microphone for the referee, so we're about to see...
Interesting.
What's his name? What's that young fella's name? Nick Martin.
Nicholas Martin.
Nick Martin. He's going to be wide up, so we're about to see, and hopefully we can drop that scratchiness that was coming through, but we're about to find out anyway. We'll run through the team list again for those that have just joined us. For Aberdeen, Ben Baker's at fullback, on the wings Harry Douglas and Jesse McLean in the centres. Hamish Wolfgang with the Bayswater and Power Station.
Did we confirm that?
Bayswater Liddell, mate, he's the one that told me. People are going, oh, you're starting something here. No, he's the one that told me. Hamish Wolfgang with Bayswater and Liddell Power Stations for legs like the old Mad Dog. Yep. Cameron Finch joining him in the centres. In the halves is Huey Bartholomew at 5'8" and Liam Foran in the halfback position. Front rowers Marcus Marsh and Cameron Savage. Daniel Hugerworth is hooker. Tyler Campbell and Richie Graham make up the second row. Steve Hinchin lock. Josh Tickle at number 14, 15 Travis Bateman, 16 Ben Clark and Jason Hobie number 17.
And for the Greyhounds, obviously, like we said before, Will Newhouse out the back, Morgan Amity and Bailey Schultz will take up the wings, Brendan Chalker and Jaden Stewart in the centres, Jake Hardy, James Bradley in the halves, Dale Watson and Lukey Gardner will make up the front row along with Tommy Johnson. Ethan Edwards and Mick Rinkin will be the back rows, and Frank Pornuasala, he'll be running lock. On the bench, we'll have Nick Cox, Jake Willis, Zach Simon and Carl Gilmore. That'll round out the Greyhounds team.
And just one thing too, mate. Happy 13-year anniversary.
What for?
This is the 13th year in a row that we've been doing this. Hey?
You get strung up for less for murder, don't you?
Yeah. Our two bullfeds didn't know each other, came together, and Joel Gospel was there for the majority of it.
He was too, yeah.
We should have a reunion show and fly Richo back over as well. And
well, we could do another Brisbane trip, mate. That was good.
The Brisbane trip was good.
What's happens on tour?
Oh, yeah, but I like how...
Ash is here listening, so we can't say too much.
I like how we drove up. It was going to be a boys' trip, and we'll have a golf game on the way up. Matt Kenny decided to fly up.
Yep.
You lazy bastard.
That's exactly what I did.
No, it was really good. It was a great trip up there, and that was our little reward to the end of us. But we went to the Tri-Nations final, didn't we, mate? And
that was what it was. Yeah, it was a fantastic day. We did have a game of golf.
And I had the whole main street when we were walking back, singing songs. John Farnham, You're the Voice, and the horses, and people walking across to join us. My wife's now looking at me. It's her first. She's just had a baby, and she's had to come in to accommodate our cameraman being out. But she's looking at me as if I haven't heard any of these stories yet.
Happens on tour, stays on tour.
I like how I drove though, mate. This is the best part. I drove up.
Yeah.
And in the car, we're 15 minutes out from the motel. Joel Gosper says, I've got the main room. And remember, we had to pick golf balls. We had to pick golf balls for the main room. So here we go. Is Singleton, happy 13-year anniversary. Singleton Greyhounds take the field with Luke Gardner leading them out. Like I said, he's like Tom Hagen, a centre playing in the front row, but he gives it every inch of his heart. He's doing really, really well. So, look, it's going to be one of those things here today. Can Aberdeen go back-to-back against Singleton like last week? This is a completely new Singleton outfit. So, well, when I say new, they're back together.
Yeah, they are, but not dissimilar to last week's team, Reg. I don't think it's
Frank Paul, Zach Solomon. He adds another dimension. But for Aberdeen, they've got Cameron Savage starting, which is he's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's been playing really good football at the moment. Jesse McLean on the wing. Said Jesse's been a bit quiet earlier on this season, but I think he's just finding his feet in this new backline side. But Jesse McLean, plenty of speed, great ball handling skills, so look out for him. And of course, Liam Foran, well, he'll just glide him around. And having a chat to Foxy earlier about the 5'8" half combination out there at Denman between the French brothers at the moment.
Yep.
Jacob Fretch playing off the centre position in 5'8". Just takes time. He needs to grab players and push them and direct them. That's where you get
absolutely. You need follow the lead on that one, mate, for sure.
I'm just going to think it's something on me.
There we go. Just checking out our wide up mic.
That footy bud.
With Nick Martin. There he is, loud and clear. It's good to have him, and I'm glad that the referees are doing this too. Let's see what he's got to say as he runs out there, and who's going to win the tour. That's clearer. That microphone.
Clear as day, isn't it?
Mate.
Here we go. We're going to do the coin toss, and we'll listen in to Nick Martin's instructions.
Dan, how are you, mate? Very well. What number are you today? It's mine. Awesome. Luke, how are you, mate?
Good, yourself?
Good. Listen to the way they communicate.
Your home team, your toss, Ben. It's in the air. Tails is called. Heads it is. What would you like?
We'll kick off.
Which way you guys like to go?
Toby.
Right, no, Singleton
So
kick
there we
that
go.
way.
Singleton to kick off, as you just heard, and well done to Nick Martin. Singleton to kick off towards the train track ends at Muswellbrook, and Aberdeen to receive and head towards the highway end. So things will get underway here pretty quickly. Aberdeen, this is going to be the awesomest 10 minutes you've seen.
Absolutely. It's going to be really intense, won't it? And then settle into the grind.
Remember, Frank Paul was named as the best player in Group 21 at the moment.
Well, there he is.
In the Argus, so he's going to have to live up to this. So
There he is.
here we go.
Everybody wait to see how he performs.
Game, set, match. Frank Paul, no pressure. Here we go. The fullback, Will Newenhouse, has the ball on the tee. Nick Martin looking around. He's just fixing himself up, I think. What's he going to say? What's
Thanks
he
for
doing?
joining us, mate.
Thanks for joining us.
Good
mate.
time?
Yep. Yeah, he's having to dig at the touch judge.
He's waiting for the touchy to get in position.
Thanks for joining us. Here we go. Will Newenhouse kicks it off. It's gone down towards the railway tracks on the western side. Ewan Bartholomew takes it beautifully back inside to Cameron Savage, the man we were talking about, and he makes it up over the 12-metre line. Hoogs into dummy half. Comes to blind side and goes to I think that's Tyler Campbell. Tyler Campbell and Richie Graham are the two I'm going to have to separate, but I'll go with Tyler Campbell on that one as he plays it back to Hoogs. Off to Hinchin. Hinchin, he's just shy of the 30-metre line as he's tackled by Tommy Johnson and Luke Gardner. Out to Cameron Savage. His second hit up in this set. They go the big fella as he meets Dale Watson, Frank Paul, and I can't see that other player. Is it Ethan Edwards or Rinkin?
No, that's Rinkin, mate.
On the 40-metre line. Straight downfield kick from forward. Early in the counters, mate, it's a 20-metre line. It's a bit wobbly. William Newenhouse had a bit of pressure on him there from Huey Bartholomew, but Bartholomew fell off with just a bit of a foot slip, and he's tackled there by the fullback, Ben Baker. And I'm going to say Richie Graham. No, Tyler Campbell.
Tyler Campbell, mate.
As the Singleton Greyhounds are now rucking it out from their own territory. They're just shy of the 30-metre line. Tommy Johnson in hooker. Offloads it there to Rinkin, who makes it 35 metres out. Tackled by Hugerworth. No, it wasn't Rinkin.
It's Bailey Schultz.
Bailey Schultz. Sorry,
Schultz. Quick run.
Schultz, you'll be at work listening to us too. There you go. Your boy's in there. He's in amongst it already, Bradley, and we'll see you back in commentary next weekend.
Jake Hardy on the right.
Luke Gardner plays back to Thomas. Here goes Frank Paul Nuasala straight into Tyler Campbell, and he's offloaded and taken
Marcus
down
Marsh.
there. Marcus Marsh has taken down Tommy Johnson. Here we go, kicker. Pressure on the kicker. Marcus Marsh is up there, but James Bradley gets away. Great kick. It's going to land. He's going to take it on the full. Oh, Jesse McLean, a bit of a juggle. Dropped it backwards, but he's running it out, and he's going straight into Ethan Edwards and Tommy Johnson, and he's tackled 12 metres out from his own line. Forward into dummy half. Forward offloads to Hamish Wolfgang. He crabs a bit sideways and he succumbs to the tackle of number 4, Jaden Stewart and James Bradley. Here we go. Harry Douglas, the young fellow we're talking about. Biggs. Yep. He did well there in the wrestle. He's Luke Gardner and Tommy Johnson.
He stayed up.
And he goes, Tyler Campbell through the gap. No support. He's looking. He's lost it.
Ethan Edwards.
Loose carry.
Gone in for the big hit there, mate, and he's missed her.
Here we go. Singleton back on the attack. Now they're in Aberdeen's territory. Dale Watson brings it up over the 40-metre line. He's taken there by Foran, and Hoogs assisting Tommy Johnson. Out to number 6, who is Jake Hardy. Jake Hardy brings it underneath Dale Watson, is it? No, he's number 12. Is Mick Rinkin. Bailey off to Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards tackled by Huey Bartholomew and picked up there by Hamish Wolfgang. Tommy Johnson in dummy half. He's going back to Bradley. Off to Hardy. Hardy runs across field. He's found a bit of room to move, but he's been shut down by Richie Graham. Richie Graham, only one marker there at the moment. Frank Paul Nuasala goes to the line. He looks for offload. He does. He offloads it to Tommy Johnson, who gives it on to Ethan Edwards. He's a bit of room to move, but tackled by a great tackle down low by
Jaden Stewart and Morgan Amney both unmarked down the left edge as Tommy Johnson takes away from... Oh, no, he spilled it.
Yes.
Tried to get the quick ball back to Ethan Edwards, and he spilt it right on the 10-yard line just out from the Aberdeen end.
So here we go, Aberdeen. Last tackle, turnover. They'll play the ball. That's the first not completed set there from Singleton. That's you with your stats, so we'll see how they go. But it's not a bad result anyway for Singleton to keep them down there.
Only 4 minutes into the game, Reg, and we've seen it go from end to end twice now.
Yep. Cameron French takes a scoop from dummy half, and he's tackled there by Luke Gardner just outside his 20-metre line. Off to Marcus Marsh now for a hit up. He's tackled by Jake Hardy, and I cannot see that number. It's Brendan Chalker.
Brendan Chalker.
And they tried blindside play. Here goes, I cannot see for the life of me who that is, but I'm going to go with Is that Cameron French? No, number 12 is Richie Graham. Geez, they're hard to distinguish. Here we go. Cameron Savage. He's going straight into it. And he's jumped up high, Jaden Stewart. He's had to jump up high, but James Bradley had him accommodated underneath. Huey Bartholomew chips it downfield. He pokes it into the corner. Is he going to find touch? Yep. 12 metres out from the Singleton line. That's not a bad result for the Tigers.
I'll get a turnover here, mate, and a bit of pressure on Singleton here and see if they crack. We haven't, like I said, the Singleton have completed at least one of their sets. Didn't get to the second one there. More good luck than good management, I would have thought. But they get a good set here, Aberdeen, and look how this game could turn very quickly. Only 5 minutes gone in the match. Yeah,
no, most definitely. Now, I think we're going to have to get these boys, a couple of them that I get confused with each week, to do the Mrs. Feeney, Jamie Feeney headgear and
that's
put my tape on it. Here we go. Singleton to feed the ball 10 metres out, just outside their own try line. Bradley off to Emity. Emity takes it on. He's made it sideways, but he's just over the 20-metre line and in a wrestle with Foran and Ben Baker. From dummy half, jumps to Hardy. Hardy gives it to Chalker. Chalker palms off one. He's around two. He's tackled. He's come down Marcus Marsh, and underneath that man, Cameron French. As they swing it wide, Luke Gardner's got the ball. He's just been hit with a beautiful tackle there by Tyler Campbell. He's still winning the wrestle there, but Cameron Savage underneath, his workload's been immense to start with. Tommy Johnson comes down this side. Frank Paul Nuasala goes back in towards the markers. He's offloaded to Luke Gardner. They're not going anywhere, the Singleton Greyhounds.
Not running on the footy there, Frank Paul. If you look, every time he's had the footy, he's offloaded. There should be someone straight off his hip at 1,000 mile an hour.
And here he goes again, Frank Paul.
Yep, and there's the offload.
Straight off to Hardy. Hardy, oh, Dale Watson says, see you later. And as the Singleton Greyhounds are down the sideline, Bailey Schultz has been tackled, and just inside the touch line there, 20 metres, 30 metres out. Is that 20, 30?
30 metres out, last tackle.
Oh, what was that? That was Jake Hardy with a terrible kick on the last play.
Yep.
And a bit of a high shot too, but well collected there by Richie Graham. As here we go, Tyler Campbell comes across field, or is that Ben Baker? I think it's Ben Baker. As you can see, the Aberdeen players, that's what I like behind the ruck there. They're directing the play. They're telling people where to go.
Yep.
Forward dummy half. Off to Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish Wolfgang is tackled by that man, Luke Gardner. He gets up to play the ball. Forward dummy half. Off to Tyler Campbell. He's brought it over the 30-metre line. He's tackled. He'll get up quick to play the ball. He's come down the blind side again to Hamish Wolfgang. They're trying this side. Number 4, who is Jaden Stewart's fallen off that tackle, but Morgan Egan cleaned it up. As forward kicks from dummy half, it's going to be taken by Will Newhouse just inside his own 20. Offloads to number 5, Bailey Schultz, as he comes straight up. Luke Gardner's blown, mate, here at the moment. He's sucking in the big ones.
Yeah, so Jaden Stewart, he looks like he's taken a fair knock there. I'm not sure whether he done a knee reconstruction last year, so he's going to be fairly ginger with that. But shouldn't affect him. Young Morgan takes from dummy half out to Frank Paul Nuasala. Frank
Paul Nuasala edges his way. No offload there. He's taken down by Richie Graham. Sav and Marcus Marsh, the 3 big boys chiming in there. Watson with the ball. He's up over the halfway line. He's nearly at the 40-metre line. Marcus Marsh shuts him down. Here goes Will Newhouse onto Bradley into Ethan Edwards, who's 25 metres out, 35 metres out. They're going to go up. They've got to go to the air. They've got to test it.
Jimmy's got it.
Here we go. Bradley up to the air. That's going to be putting pressure on Ben Baker. He scoots across to puts his body on the line and takes it. He listened to the commentary last week. I love it. Good take. As they play the ball 25 metres out from their try line. Harry Douglas takes a scoop from dummy half. He's wrapped up there.
Singo very slow off the line there, Reg. That's an easy 10 metres for Aberdeen.
Mick Rickett. Oh, there's a penalty there. It's our first penalty of the match.
There you go.
No, we've lost him again. Oh, power. Helps when you turn the power back on. I don't know why it's cutting out. But there we go. We would have heard what he had to say then. As a kick for touch. And there we go. Nick Martin blows the whistle right in our area. You're working. You're working.
That works.
Okay, 40 metres out. Aberdeen on the attack. Cameron French as it takes a tap and he's made it to the 45-metre line. That's too much little nimble feed. He needs to go flat out if he's going to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hoogerworth, dummy half, off to forward. Here comes Richie Graham for his run. He's made it up. He's 25 metres and 26 metres away from the try line. Centre field. Hoogerworth. Off to Marsh. Marsh around the back to Huey Bartholomew. Flat ball to big Cameron Savage. He's over the 20. He's 15 metres out. Taken down by Jimmy Bradley with a great tackle. Oh, another penalty.
Oh, that's
Jimmy
tough.
Bradley, that's a let off. There's a quick tap by Hoogerworth. Spins it out to the forward onto French. Oh, it's a forward pass. That was not on.
He's called for
that. Was not on at all. What were they doing?
How's this going on here? Jimmy Bradley, a single man tackle, pulled him down. He's got
his hand on the ball. That's what he called. So
I thought he sort of pushed him down, but
hand on the ball.
What was it, Dolly?
So, yeah, hand on the ball.
Footy, right? I'll give it to him then.
As Singleton boys both sides slow to pack this scrum, but that was not on. That was not on. Like they should have just taken a couple of settlers, but four and cut it out to French. French is offloaded to a forward pass to Harry Douglas.
The footy though. I mean, but you've had 6 tackles right on the line. You got perfect opportunity to set yourself.
That was the worst scrum in the history of rugby league in Group 21.
Jaden Stewart getting tackled to the ground about 15 metres out.
Jimmy Bradley and dummy half. Goes around the back of Morgan Amity, Ethan Edwards. They've just got no structure at the moment.
On the left here, Jimmy Bradley. Get yourself sorted, son.
There's no structure at all. Cameron Savage in that tackle again. He's having a big game. Here we go. Oh, you have one job. Jake Hardy, catch that ball.
That's exactly what we needed. Is again someone straight off the hip of Frank Paul, which is what that was.
Well, it was all. He had to catch that ball.
Both halves playing on the right side, nothing on the left at all. It was obvious we were going that way.
Jake Hardy smacking his head on Jake. Yep. His hands up to take blame for that one, but that was a catchable pass. I think he was caught up in the moment of thinking 2 steps ahead. So
he scored the try before he get it, but they look obviously starting to want to look for that extra ball off Frank and run off his hip mate at speed.
Forward out to Huey Bartholomew, off to Ben Baker. He's put on the speed. He's got the fend on young Jimmy Bradley, but he's brought down 9 metres out. Jesse McLean into dummy half. Here we go. He goes for a scoot. Of course he was going to. He goes straight into Tommy Johnson and Nathan Edwards. He's tackled 2, 3, 5 metres out.
They're calling for it.
Here we go.
Forward screaming for it out to the left.
From dummy half. He's going to get... Oh, he's just reached out, but he's short. As Hamish Wolfgang's going over for a try, and he's dived. He's held up. That's too many one out from Aberdeen. That's selfish football.
Crazy. Forum screaming for it out here. He's got 3 players running off his. He's got Marcus Marsh ready to go barreling at someone. He's screaming for the footy. And they're just not give it to him. Huey
Bartholomew will do that after Hamish Wolfgang gets the ball. Here we go. Dummy half, Hoogerworth.
Too late now.
Off to forward. Here it is. This is what you've called. Forward takes on the line, does a dance, and he's taken by Frank Paul Nuwasala.
Too late though, Reg. The play was set while Singleton was 36s and 7s, mate.
Last tackle. Hincho to dummy half. Off to Huey Bartholomew. Whatever they got. Grubber. Here it goes. It's a bit of pressure on Jimmy Bradley, and he's taken, but not completed by Huey Bartholomew, but dived on by Tyler Campbell. Here we go, James. Look at this structure from Singleton at the moment.
It's terrible.
That is terrible. As Aberdeen, are they going to make it back on side? That's the question. They're there now. We've slowed that, play the ball down well. He's got him for offside.
Wow.
Sorry, mate.
Bit tough.
I'm going to tell you right now, they were outside. I was calling it.
Yeah.
Nick Martin, you're going to look back at that and say, yeah, Reg, you were right.
Yep.
I think that's a bit of a piggyback, that one.
Hey, that's a little bit of a level up, you might call it.
Yeah.
Bit of a level up from the one back here from Jimmy Bradley. But even our ruck play in that half, Reggie, Singleton just aren't winning the ruck. I'm going to say Jai Bailey will look back at this and say, hey, we need to get off the ground quicker, particularly when we're pushing out of our half. Great kick from Jimmy Bradley. 40-odd metres there.
It's even bounced. Why the winger wasn't back further, I don't know. But it's always easy to come forward than go backwards, as we know. Chalker taps it onto Rinken. Rinken's taken the ball. He's tackled there just shy of the 10, 20, 30 metre line. As Tommy Johnson...
It's not the
offload, and now it's with Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner is tackled by Marcus Marsh. Was it? No, it's number 13, Hincho. And he's held down there by Hoogerworth. Tommy Johnson off to Frank Paul Nuwasala. Someone needs to time this run as they race out of the line. Aberdeen and Frank Paul's he's tackled on the 20 metre line. Centre field, Tom Johnson. On to Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner takes it towards the post. He's 10 metres, 12 metres out from the try line.
Playing yardage football in attack zone. What are we doing there, Singer?
Tommy Johnson in dummy half. He's gone towards the eastern side. He's given it to Hardy. Hardy around the back to Will Newhouse. This is dangerous. Will Newhouse has been stopped, but he's pushed out of the tackle. He's still going. He's come back towards the post. There's no one running forward to give him an offload opportunity. What is happening there?
Spot.
There's back where they played the ball. Last tackle. Jim Bradley.
Double kick.
Here we go. Number 5 is young Jesse McLean.
Jaden Stewart and Morgan Amity pushing on the footy. Plenty of pressure on the left-hand side.
What were they thinking?
Oh.
Yeah, anyway.
I'll get the repeat out of it, mate. I'll get the kick, so Singleton have another chance at it. But mate, I'm not sure the structure there in the centre there, Reg, we're playing, just one out footy when we've got both halves set up and ready to go,
Yeah.
I'd be looking to push that wider and get one of those big fellas running off the hip of a half.
Here we go. They're going to allow to bounce. It's been stopped at the foot by number 4,
Jaden Stewart.
And that man, Luke Gardner, I've got to take my hat off to him. Oh, he's been up. That leg went a bit above the horizontal from Tyler Campbell. Johnson, dummy half, off to Hardy, up to Bradley, off to Frank Paul. Frank Paul gives it to Dale Watson. He's tried to offload. It's hit an Aberdeen player. It's with Jake Hardy. Here we go. Jake Hardy puts on a little bit of step. He's not got around Marcus Marsh. He's dragged him down like a rag doll. As here we go. From dummy half, Chalker. Chalker puts on the accelerator. He's near the goal line.
Look left here now.
Here we go. It's got to come to this is the way they've got to come. No, they haven't. Tom Johnson from dummy half. Is he going to get there? No, he's held up and pushed back into the field of play. That's too late. They've numbered up out here. But James Bradley with the ball from dummy half pass gets it. And Ethan Edwards, that was a flat ball. That was a low percentage play again.
The back ball is the one there to Will Newhouse.
Will Newhouse with the money there. Dummy half. Here we go. James Bradley, he takes cross field and takes on the line. He's tackled. This is very flat football. Aberdeen on their try line defending. As Jake Hardy's got the ball, he goes across field, he puts in a grubber. This could be a try for... No, Harry Douglas has got the ball. Can he get out of trouble, Harry Douglas? He's around 1, he's around 2, he's back into the field of play.
Wow.
Oh, and he's playing on, and he's made it up nearly 5-6 metres out now. Great work by Harry Douglas. Well done.
Good little kick there from Jake Hardy. Just didn't have the speed to finish it off on the right-hand side, Reg.
It was well cleaned up by Harry Douglas at speed. Absolutely, and to get back in the field of play.
Yep.
Cameron Savage takes it straight into Frank Paul and Luke Gardner. Luke Gardner slowing the ball down there like they need to as they play the ball back. Forward in dummy half, he's seen a little bit of a gap. He's passed it off to Ben Baker. Yui Bartholomew. Bartholomew's palmed off 1, palmed off 2. He can't get the offload, but he's taken down by Tommy Johnson. 50 metres out on the grandstand side of the field. Here we go. Tyler Campbell, he's looking for the offload again. Tyler, you need to hold that ball. He's offloaded it. Yui Bartholomew. Harry Douglas is in the centre of the field. He's got the ball. He's put his foot down. He's going straight into Frank Paul.
the two front rowers. Not a good option.
I can see why he went to the ground. And here we go. Forward with the ball. What's he going to do? That's a forward pass again. What?
No.
They've let that go. Here we go. This could be a try to Cameron French, but he's been... Will Newhouse with the ball. Can he get out of trouble? He might get out of trouble. He's in the... dead. That was a foot.
What's going on with that? Dolly, help me out here, son. You were on the line. You saw it. That doll shaking his head.
Well, what I'm going to say is he hadn't the intention to pass it back.
Yeah. It went backward, floated forward. I bet. Yeah. Okay.
The intention was there.
Yeah. I intend to grow hair one day too, Reggie, but that's not paying off for me so well at the moment, is it? Unbelievable.
It is on your chin. It's all falling down onto your chin.
I've grown through my haircut.
Here we go. It's a drop out. Will Newhouse puts it down and they're letting it bounce again.
Yep.
He's knocked it back. Ewan Bartholomew. But here we go. Cameron Savage. It's very flat now. They're going to get stuck on the 40-metre line. Why do they not attack that ball?
15 metres in front of that Reg. Taken on the fly. 15 metres in front where they'd be.
Now they're doing the hard work. Marcus Marsh bumps off Tom Johnson, but he's taken down by Luke Gardner and Dale Watson.
Dale Watson. Big front rowers in there hacking it again.
Here we go. Hoogs out of dummy half. Gives it to Ford. It's an intercept. No, Jake Hardy went for the intercept.
Knock on.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's come off Singo there. Bit of pressure play. That's it. They're hero to zero balls, them ones, aren't they?
They definitely are, mate.
Catches your hero, your middle loser, you're a zero.
That's. I don't think that was on anyway. That intercept.
Pushing the footy.
Yeah, that wasn't. But
I don't think he was ever going to catch it in terms of an intercept. But look, it has let Singo off the hook as Nick Martin blows time off with 22:43 on the clock. Not sure what the timeout's for there though.
No, can't even hear him.
No, nothing there.
I'd say he's gone flat. I'd say these new equipment seems to turn itself off, which
yeah.
Bit
of jet
I'll have to get onto that.
Jetstar
we're not like I said earlier, we're not a Channel 9 commentary team. We don't have that budget. But if you want to help out, hey, make a donation.
We might have Aero Pelican by the end of it, mate.
Kurt Dyer, maybe make a donation, mate. That'd be awesome.
No.
We need about $5,000. Here we go. The ball's with Tyler Campbell. He's up. He's nearly at the 20-metre line. He's pushing on. Chalker's tackled him with Johnson, and that looks like Ethan Edwards.
Yep.
As they're going into dummy half. Slow play the ball. Hoogerworth on to Cameron Savage. Takes it flat out into Ethan Edwards and Luke Gardner. Tackled 12 metres out, 15 metres out. Here we go. Slow play the ball again. Hoogerworth on to Marcus Marsh. No, he goes around the back. He finds Steve Hinchin hitting the line. 9 metres out. Hinchin to play the ball. Slow play the ball. They're laying all over it. That's got to be nearly a penalty. Hoogerworth. Four. And he steps off his left, takes the line on. It's not there. It's not going to happen, Liam. And he's tackled and he's held. He's just pushed out. if they swing the ball right here, or if they go left, it's just a quick little dart.
Oh, they've got numbers left.
As he goes, Marcus Marsh, the ball player. No, he isn't. He goes back to the left.
Out there by himself, mate.
Here we go.
Schultze's left high and dry.
Richie Graham, can he get out? He's out of the tackle of Chalker, but he's cut down there as he falls. As dummy half. Oh, what's happened there?
Oh, he's gone for the chip.
Yeah, there was a chip from dummy half and a knock on by Singleton. He's called Aberdeen.
Poor option last play there, I'd have thought.
So it's well, coach killer.
Yeah.
As
It was on two players earlier. You called it right there, Reg. If they went left, poor old Bailey Schultz was basically the only man on Singo's right side. Aberdeen's left. They could have killed that.
As here we are, Rinkin takes it up over the 15-metre line, and he's tackled by Hoogerworth and Marsh. Tom Johnson round the back to Bradley onto Ethan Edwards. Bang! Oh, look at that! That is a solid hit. That is beautiful. Yuli Bartholomew and Tyler Campbell. And there's Rap. Look at the smile. That'll lift the team. As here comes Jaden Edwards. He's hit by Cameron Savage.
There's some big hits out there. The boys are going to take them. I'm guessing Joe's going to be looking for a replacement.
They're going to have to take Luke Gardner off and give him a spell.
I'm going to say same thing. And Dale Watson.
But he's just run the ball there. Luke Gardner.
The front row position, I think that's the first or second time he's played. He's going to have to lift his fitness levels fairly high.
And here we go. Jake Bradley punches it down. It's taken by Ben Baker as he sprints it back towards the centre of the field. Takes a right foot step and he's tackled 30 metres out from his own try line, centre field. Harry Douglas is in dummy half. Which way will he go? He's going towards the highway, but he's offloaded it to Cameron French. He comes back in behind the markers. He's come back to the side of the field. He's going straight. I'd hate to be. He's Uber driver right now, giving directions. Here we go.
I'm going to say Jakey Willis is probably going to go out there and take Lukey Gardner off very shortly, mate.
Here we go, Marcus Marsh. I'll have to agree, and he deserves a break too. As that's a wrestling to play the ball, that's going to be a penalty. That is too much. Yeah.
Too far, Jake. Too far, Jake. Yep. Jakey Willis is yep.
Is that what's going to happen?
I'd nearly back pounds to peanuts on it, mate. That poor Lukey, he's put a solid effort in out there, man. He needs a little break just before half time. He'll probably get another run in this half as well.
That's Frank Paul's receiving some attention down in the goal area to a knee by the looks of it. As Richie Graham takes it forward. Bang! He's hit and driven backwards.
Another great tackle.
I'll tell you what, they can tackle. We might only have 4 teams in the competition, but it's 4 quality teams.
Mate, yeah, that's some high quality tackle.
You follow around the back to Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas on James Bradley and Ethan Edwards is taken down. Harry Douglas will go up to play the ball. It looks like there's a blindside play on here. There is.
Yep.
Tyler Campbell's going for the line. Will he get there? He's held up. I can't see. The light post.
Post in the way.
I think we might have to get a little bit of an angle cut into that light post. Anyone at the council?
We'll move this over there.
Yeah, but anyway.
Good at the council, mate.
Here we go. Pick on. Anyway. There we go. Yui Bartholomew with the ball out in front, catches it onto forward and underneath to Hinchin. Hinchin takes it into Frank Paul, Nuasala and Dale Watson, centre field. Forward, dummy half. He comes across field. He gives it on to Hoogerworth. He's under the post. That's the first try of the match. Daniel Hoogerworth smack bang under the post.
Great angle. Look at our middle third in there. Very, very tired.
Yes.
I think we probably should have made that change maybe 2 sets ago.
Yes. I'd have to agree with you.
Middle third, very, very slow off the mark under the pace there from Singo.
Unfortunately, we don't have the referee sound coming through, but Luke Gardner's out there questioning him, and I think Luke's just saying, mate, I've been running the ball all day.
Yep.
Is there any chance we can just stand here and have a chat?
Can we just slow this down a touch? Yeah. No, look, he wouldn't be doing that. I think what he's after is somebody. Look, in a half a dozen of the tackles, when the Singleton definitely not around the 50-50s there in terms of holding down or staying in the ruck. Aberdeen's ruck work has definitely been a lot better today, Reg. They are winning more percentage of the rucks. Singo need to do a fair bit of work in that space, particularly coming off our line. We seem to be very slow off the mark in terms of getting off the ground and getting those quick play the balls, mate, to get the roll on to get early, mate.
Oh, most definitely. Well, Ben Baker with the kick from right in front now.
Benny Baker's having a bit to say to Nick Martin as well. Obviously, he's got some disagreement there.
And you were furious earlier too with Freddie Adams, weren't you?
Yeah.
What was your issue with Freddie Adams? Can you remember?
I know exactly what it was.
He didn't pick up the kicking tee for the young.
Pick up his kicking tee, mate.
Yep.
There you go, Lukey Gardner coming off for a well-earned break, and I'd say Jakey Willis is going to rejoin Singo at the halfway line for the kick-off.
So here we go, Ben Baker kicking towards the highway, 10 metres out, lines it up Got the Piggy Riddell thing without the arm. Here he moves in, punches it, and it's over 6-0 with 17 minutes to go on the DK Services scoreboard.
Picked it up, gave it back to the little fella. That's what you want to see. That's respect.
He looks to be carrying a bit of an injury there.
A bit slow getting back to the halfway.
He's actually been on the wing.
Involved.
He's been on the wing though.
He's been very involved in the Aberdeen attack, mate. He's been up there with everything.
So there we go. As Ewenhouse puts it on the tee, he's got to go high with this one. No, he doesn't. He goes nearly diagonal, horizontal, to the ground. So, whatever. Here we go. Steve Hinchin makes it up over the 20-metre line. He's tackled there. Great tackle. Who's that? Number 4 and number 15, which is Jake Willis. Jake Willis is on the field. Aberdeen now over the 30-metre line. Tommy Johnson holding down the play there. Hamish Wolfgang comes down the blind side. He's made it to the 40-metre line in the 20-metre corridor. He's tackled there well. Here goes Tugawa from dummy half. He's caught a lazy marker. If he tackles in, that's a penalty. He wasn't square. There was no way. Well, nowhere near square. Tugawa, foreign onto Jason Hovey, who makes it up to the 40-metre line. He's going for the quick play of the ball.
Look at that.
Oh, there's a penalty. Oh, he's gone for the mouth. He's gone to put the whistle to the mouth, but he didn't call it. But that's a big kick by Hugworth. It's not going to sit up. It's going to go dead and give him a 7 set. Now, that was very interesting. There was a leg pull there. Nick Martin put his whistle to the mouth and took him down.
So I don't know why, whether he's seen something as an advantage play, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But that definitely either deserved a penalty, but even so, no markers.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we just scoot from dummy half? That's an easy 12 metres.
Yes. As there we go. Young Amity takes it in, and he's tackled by Richie Graham. No, that's Tyler Campbell and Marcus Marsh. As we've seen Dale Watson's just come off as well. Who's gone on for him?
Just trying to see who's not on the bench down there, mate.
As we come to the left-hand side onto number 4. That's a solid tackle again. Yui Bartholomew. Where has this come from? On Jaden Stewart. Tommy Johnson. Out to Bradley, off to Frank Paul Nuasala. As a floating ball out to Chalker. He hasn't taken it, but he's been taken to ground there by Cameron French, nearly.
Zach Solomon, mate. Zach Solomon's on for Dale Watson in the front row.
Zach Solomon into the front row.
That's what it looks like to me.
Ooh.
Well, he's gone on for Dale, but we'll just see where the positional play is, whether he's actually playing in the front row or he's pushed Frank up to the front row.
Frank Paul plays the ball. There we go. Zach Solomon takes the front row as hit up. He's up over the 40-metre line. He's in Aberdeen territory. Plays it back. Tom Johnson onto Hardy. Hardy puts it. That's what you need. A torpedo bomb into the sun. Harry Douglas has knocked it back into the goal areas. Has he? No, he's just shy and dragged. He's out just into the field of the play. As here we go. Yui Bartholomew. No. Yes, Yui Bartholomew. Is it or Ben Baker? It's one of them.
It's Yui, I think.
I thought it was Yui. He played it was Ben Baker. There we go. A ball to no one that's been cleaned up by Hamish Wolfgang. He had to dive on it, and they're coming out. They're 20 metres out. Forward's blowing up. Here comes Tyler Campbell. He's palmed off Amity, but cleaned up by number... Is that Ethan Edwards? Yep.
Morgan Amity and Ethan Edwards in that tackle, Reg.
Ewan Bartholomew. Infield to Jason Hovey. Flat-footed. Comes into number 16, Zach Solomon. Number 4 is Jaden Stewart. Making that tackle with Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson is hurt. He's down. As Foran punches it, he's deep down into the Singleton territory. Will Newenhouse take it on the full. As it's bouncing back, this is not going to... Oh, if Hamish Wolfgang was a bit faster and chased that ball, I shouldn't say faster, if he put more commitment into it, that ball would have been theirs.
Travis Bateman on for Aberdeen as well, mate.
That's here we go. And so it's Clark. Clark's out there. Number 5, Bailey Schultz takes it infield. He's centre field 40 metres out. Playing it back to Chalker. Chalker's going to take a scoot to get out of trouble. Give these forwards a bit of a break. And he makes it up to the halfway line. Great scooting there by Chalker and Bailey Schultz. As Amity goes into dummy half. He's going to take a scoot too. That's a great, not a bad set. I like that.
Scoots it, but again, you've got to win that ruck to be able to do that, Reg.
Yes.
It looks like we picked our ruck play up a little bit, slowed it a bit down there with Troy Hamdy. Morgan, wrong one.
That's a crunching tackle. I think that's Travis Bateman, isn't it? He's out there. Yes, he's into the match. There we go. Jake Hardy puts a bomb up. It's coming down to Ben Baker. A bit of pressure. Ben Baker takes it clean. That's why he is the quality player he is. As he plays the ball back. It's a slow play of the ball. Yui Bartholomew off to Jesse McLean. Centre field brings it out. He's keeping those legs pumping, but he's just been cut down 22 metres out from the Aberdeen try line. Ben Clark into dummy half. Offloads to Wolfgang. Wolfgang takes it up to the 30-metre line. He's hit there by Zach Solomon. Oh, really? Zach Solomon.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then Marcus Marsh. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Get out of my way, Brendan Chalker, says Marcus Marsh. Chalker comes back in for a second chop, but was assisted down low there by number 12, Rinkin. Clark, Foran chips it. It's on if Terry Douglas can get to it, but no. It's cleaned up there by Bailey Schultz, and he's taken it back to the halfway line.
Yeah.
Not a completed set that you'd want for Aberdeen coming this late in the second half. As here goes Rinkin. He's taken it across field and bringing it towards the centre of the field. He's tackled 40 metres out by...
Will he take a scoot? No.
And here comes Zach Solomon, the front rower. Here we go. I love to see this. If Zach Solomon's going to come on the front row, I'm watching Singleton now every game this year.
It's going to be a good hit.
Zach
That's
Solomon,
a good run too, mate. It's
30 metres out. Around the back. Bailey off to the Newhouse. Oh, it's an intercept attempt by Jesse McLean. That wasn't on neither. It's more pressure on the Aberdeen side now. They're 30 metres out from their try line, 20 metres in from touch. Scrum to be locked down. Singleton feed. 11 minutes 37 to go on the clock.
A bit more of a roll on there for Singo, mate. The ruck work seemed to be a little bit better on their spot. Either that or Aberdeen isn't as dominant in the ruck for that last little set, mate. Getting off the ground quicker, those quick play the balls, quick scoots, certainly pays off. But the ruck work from Aberdeen today has been superb.
Yeah, just that last little bit. I think it's because there was a few too many interchanges at the one time.
Potentially, mate. Potentially getting a few people to settle back into their positions as Jake Hardy takes it right to Brendan Chalk, who gets wrestled to the ground by, is that Benny Baker? Yep, Benny Baker.
Liam Foran. That's Liam. Yeah, he goes Zach Solomon with the front rower run straight into Marsh, and Marsh swings out of Marsh. I can't believe I'm calling Zach Solomon taking a front row here. Here we go. Tommy Johnson, Jake Hardy out to Bradley. This could be on here. Out, cut out pass out to Chalker. No, sorry. Jaden Stewart. I'm always getting you wrong. As he plays the ball back 15 metres out. That was well shut down there by Travis Bateman. But here we go. Frank Paul, he's in front of the post. He's not really going anywhere. He's going across field. He brings underneath to Rinkin. Rinkin's going towards back the other way. They just need someone running forward. That's where Will Neuenhuis needs to be back and at speed.
Under that line, mate. That hot line straight underneath it.
He goes. Here it is now. Here it is. It's a long ball out to Jaden Stewart, and he's accommodated there by
last tackle
Hamish Wolfgang. What have they got Singleton?
What are we going to go high or go for the repeat?
I think you go for the repeat, wouldn't you? Here we go. Jimmy Bradley kicks for himself, and it wasn't on, and it's cleaned up, and Aberdeen are back in the field of play. I think a grubber towards the post away from the players would have been on there.
I'm with you.
As here we go, Jesse McLean. Well, what the hell has happened here? There's a penalty against the run of play.
Against the footy. What's going on?
Now, what's he going to call here?
I was watching a bit of action.
Oh, he didn't play the ball properly.
Oh, no.
The captain, Coach Ben Baker, has not made the attempt to put it on the ball and roll it back between the legs. They are 3 metres out, about 30 metres in from touch on this western side, on the grandstand
side.
Well,
that's a bit of a let-off for Singo.
Well, you know.
Against the run of play, and we get Singleton get the football back.
Zach Solomon makes it to about 2 metres out from the try line, right under the goal post, plays it back to Tommy Johnson onto Jake Hardy, Frank Paul Nuasala, he's inches out from the try line. Dummy half, it looks like that is Hardy. Right out to Bradley, long ball coming across to the western side, and he's tackled there by Travis Bateman, and a number of Aberdeen players coming there. He's swung to the ground now by Travis Bateman, slammed into the ground. He's gingerly getting up too. Thomas Johnson, Jake Willis towards the post. He's hit there by Aberdeen players and shut down. They're going to have some angles run here. Tommy Johnson, dummy half. Jake Hardy around the back to Will Neuenhuis. He has to catch it behind him. He tries to step back infield. Marcus Marsh says, no, mate, you come here. Bang. Slam to the ground. As slow play the ball. Very slow play the ball. As they've come out towards the post, Zach Solomon, last tackle too. Jimmy Bradley, he kicks across field. From Morgan. Oh!
Taken out.
Yeah,
touch and goal.
Well, that could have been. I think Morgan Amity was appealing there for taking in the air, but Jesse McLean was contesting the ball. But he landed on Jesse McLean and got taken into touch. It's a 20-metre restart. What a let-off for Aberdeen.
Big let-off. Well, Singo and Aberdeen. I mean, you've got the penalty against the run of play. Singo shouldn't have even had the football, but yes, they did. They made a good go of it there at least.
And here's Tyler Campbell. He's 30 metres out, 22 metres in from the western side. Terry Douglas in the dummy half. He goes towards the centre of the field, and he's running to Zach Solomon and Frank Solomon. What's happened down there? You copied a bit of shit.
It's all right, mate. Singleton reserve grade bench down there.
Giving you a bit of crap, are they?
No, they wouldn't do that, would they?
Let's see, we go. Slow play the ball. Someone's injured. There's a bit of concern.
We're up, son. We're up, son.
It's Tommy Johnson's in the tackle there, but he's just showed some concern.
Mick Rinkin as well in the tackle. Didn't see too much in it.
I think it's Liam Ford. No, it's Liam Ford standing at the back of the play there.
That's behind him. He looms behind him. That's Marcus Marsh.
Oh, it is. And it's very rare you will see that man stay down.
Just a reaction from TJ there. Obviously some concern from the defenders. They're very slow in getting up and making sure he's okay.
As Marcus Marsh plays back to Ben Clark, out to Travis Bateman. Travis Bateman, he's over the 55. He's tackled there, Solomon. There's 3 of them in there. Edwards, Willis. Ben Clark out of dummy half jumps. He takes on the line. Great run by Ben Clark. He's nearly 30 metres out from the try line. He's going to play it back. Penalty, yes. Yeah. He's milked that one really well, Ben Clark. He's done that really well.
Oh, he's done extremely well.
And he goes forward. He's taken the tap. He's taking on the line. He's made it to the 20. Oh, he's 12 metres out from the try line. Ben Clark into dummy half. Can they get a try? 7 minutes to go before half time. Here it is, Jason Hovey. Jason Hovey full of running, and he's a pass and intercept pass. Well, I'll be stuffed. There we go. And Singleton player's gone down here. Ben Baker. Not too sure what's happened there, but is it Bailey Schultz?
No, it's Jake Hardy.
Jake Hardy.
He's up in the play all the time, Joe. You got to watch him. And he's gone. That's the first intercept he's actually pulled off, but he's gone for at least 3.
Yeah, well,
and when they come off well. Don't worry about that.
When you saw where Jason Hovey was looking, he did not see that, and he was coming through at speed. So got to be careful for those offloads.
Absolutely.
As here we go. Nick Martin blows time back on Tommy Johnson down the right hand corridor to in the 20 metre zone to Chalker. Chalker's taken down there by Hoogerworth and Foran. Johnson goes to short side onto Rinkin. Rinkin takes a full pelt into Cameron French, and he's wrestled him. He's pushed him back in the play. Definitely won the ruck there. Tommy Johnson, Bradley, Paul Newsala straight into Tyler Campbell. He's looking for the offload. Dees does 3 Dean plays in that tackle, and he's still got an offload. Tom Johnson runs the ball. Here we go. Paul Newsala. He's got the boys full of running, and it was that man, Mr. Fix-It, Daniel Hoogerworth chopped him down right around the bootlaces. As here we go, kick from Hardy. It's going to sit up in play. No, it's gone into touch, and that'll be 10 metres out. They'll have a scrum feed.
Not a bad option there from Hardy to finish off. I didn't think that was too bad. Going down that right side, little chip over. Plenty of chase being the difference in that one, Reg. Young Bailey Schultz out there. Who was the young... Mick Rinkin was in there as well, I think. Brendan Chalker, plenty of speed from Brendan, of course.
Frank Paul Newsala. Yeah. Wasn't expecting that. Everyone goes high on him. Yeah. And right around the bootlaces.
Hughes, yep. No.
And he's got a bit of a limp on. He's put his hand up too. I did see that just before he went towards the scrum. He put his hand up. So he's put his hand up to the bench.
Yeah, not much movement down there on the bench, so I don't think he might have put his hand up, but the bench just waved back at him.
That's here we go with Hamish Wolfgang taking the ball. He's 10 metres out centre of the field, right near his goalpost. Foran out of dummy half. Foran brings one under it. It shapes Ben Baker, and he's driven back there very solidly by Stewart and then Ethan Edwards. Hoogerworth into dummy half. He's looking for options either side. If he comes to the blind side, which he has, it's gone to Travis Bateman. Travis Bateman's offloaded to Jesse McLean. He's made a mess of it. Jesse, I said to you, not the best of years so far for Jesse McLean.
No, he hasn't done so well. But getting towards the end stage of the game, there's only 4:56 left on the clock, Reg. It's going to be at 6-0 in favour of Aberdeen, and certainly the time will tell in this next little. Throw that sticky stuff out there, mate. But looks a little bit flat at the moment. I don't know whether we should be injecting a little bit more into there. You got Carl Gilmore down there and Nick Cox still to come onto the bench. Certainly could inject something a little bit more. Oh, Tommy Johnson's just made a meal of that at the back of the scrum.
Well, if that's not a let up, that's not a let off. I know nothing now. Hamish Wolfgang's just pointed to Jesse McLean as if to say, build up your confidence, go in there and take this off the scrum. So Jesse McLean will be first receiver off the scrum with Huey Bartholomew to feed the scrum. Huey Bartholomew feeds the scrum 20 metres out. Off to Jesse McLean. He hits the ball. He's come across field. He's been wrapped up around the legs there. I can't see who that is from here. It looks like...
That's Jake Hardy and Brendan Chalker, mate.
And here we go. French with the ball. He makes it up to the 30-metre line. Tommy Johnson over the top with a bit of a flop. Slow on the play, the ball down. Ben Clark from dummy half. He jumps. He comes back around. He's in the centre of the field. Tommy Johnson's got him, and so Zach Solomon. They've got it. Look at this. They're laying on him. Aberdeen's letting him just lay there. They've got to fight. Forward. Brings underneath Hoogerworth. Hoogerworth bounces out of one. He bounces to 2, and here he is taken down just short of the halfway line by Tommy Johnson and Rinkin. Clark. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. As here we go, Tyler Campbell. Flick pass offload to Travis Bateman. He collected it. Well collected, Travis. He really deserved an award there. And he's offloaded it. Yuri Bartholomew's got the ball. He's tripped over and he's been cleaned up over the back by Morgan Emity. Here we go. Last tackle. Hamish Wolfgang to Tyler Campbell. Tyler Campbell onto Ben Baker. Ben Baker puts it up. That's going towards the golf course. Here we go. Harry Douglas goes up. He's caught it. He's flicked it back, but what's happening here? I can't see over there, but it's gone into touch. Either way.
Into touch. He's called the knock on there, I think, off Aberdeen.
Who knocked that on?
I'm not sure.
It's a changeover anyway, so same Aberdeen did, but I thought definitely it was a great jump by Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas over there on Bailey Shorts.
Well contested.
As here we go. Is that Nick Clark playing dummy half, or was that Jake Hardy?
Jaden Stewart, I think that just was.
Rinkin's with the ball now.
Rinkin's got the footy.
Ewan House into dummy half. He's picking up. No, he's gone around the back to, and he's Ethan Edwards with the ball. Ethan Edwards with the ball. He's one-on-one steal, and he's taken it. Travis Bateman. Now Aberdeen are on attack with 2 minutes 26, 20 metres out from the touchline, 20 metres out from the try line. Tyler Campbell down the blind side. Here he comes. They're in the 20-metre corridor on the western side of the field. Jake Hardy makes a tackle. Ben Clark jumps from dummy half, gives it to Yui Bartholomew off to Foran. Foran runs across. He drifts across. He's picked up a flying Hugworth who brings him back under. That's a set play. Here we go. They've got numbers out here. Tyler. Oh, it's an intercept again. Well done. Oh, this is, how can you do that? Jake Stewart. Well, I'd say Bevo and Ben Baker are just going to have to say, boys, we're not playing sevens football.
No.
We're here for 80 minutes. Hold that ball. He's dropped it.
There?
James Bradley. Oh, and look, I'm glad we didn't actually have the microphone on then, because there's a big blow up by James Bradley. But he dropped it.
Dropped it cold, mate.
So we've got 1 minute 30 left on the clock. 6-0 in Aberdeen in favour of Singleton at Olympic Park, Muswellbrook. 22 metres out from the touchline and 22 metres out from the try line.
If you were going to set up an attacking drill in training, mate, that's exactly where you'd put it, right there.
Yep.
This is a perfect attacking position for Aberdeen. Let's see what they can do with it.
Well, Liam Foran will receive the ball off Yui Bartholomew. No, Yui Bartholomew puts his foot on the accelerator and runs across field. He comes back around. He's tackled by Tom Johnson and Frank Paul Nuasala. 10 metres out for the try line. Foran's in dummy half. They've got to go to the left. As that's where Foran goes. He gives it to Jason Havey. Jason Havey puts a little bit of a step on. He palms off Schreikel. He's going for the try line. Can he get it down? No. He's been stripped. No, what just happened there is it's been stripped in the action of scoring the ball. So that's you can do that. In the action of scoring the try, they've stripped the ball. Most players don't use that.
Singleton have actually knocked it on in the process, so therefore...
Well, they have, because they've stripped the ball and it's gone forward. So he was going down over the try line. I don't know why he tried to go further. He was right over the try line. He could have dropped earlier, but he had the ball stripped from him in the motion of scoring a try, but in doing so, Singleton have fumbled it forward. So they'll have a line drop out, but they won't get to it. Surely they're going to wind this clock down. There's only 23 seconds left on the clock. They're going to do it. Here we go with James Bradley. He puts that's a deep drop out. That's 51 metres on the fly. Marcus Marsh, 11 seconds left on the clock. He runs it flat out. It's going to go to Ethan Edwards, and he's cleaned up over the top there by number 15, Jake Willis. Ben Clark in the dummy half. This will be the last play of the game. 2 seconds to go. Here we go. Chip over the top. Ben Baker. No, Cameron French catches it, and it's a forward pass. Forward. Let's just call it. No, they haven't called it
again. You're on the line that time, Dolly. Let's just get to half time, can we? That's as forward as I am.
James Bradley takes the tackle. That was as forward as they come. That was a gridiron pass.
Wow.
That is exactly what that was.
He's called it.
That's not Martin's fault either. He's called the touch.
He's called that early in the game, mate. He's now picked up the last two. Either way, 6-0 at half time from the Aberdeen side playing Singleton at Olympic Park.
And we'll take a quick break here, and that score against 6-0. We'll be back with you after a bit of Carrot and the Collective.
Carrot. Can you turn the volume down?
Yes, and welcome back to Olympic Park, Muswellbrook, for the clash between the Singleton Greyhounds and the Aberdeen Tigers. The Aberdeen Tigers leading currently 6-0. It's half time. We'll bring in Kurt Dial and our main man, Matt Kenny, to break down that half-time. Boys, what so far, Kurt, what do you see out of that match so far? Has it been entertaining for you to watch?
Oh, mate, I think it's been pretty evenly contested. I think at the moment Singleton look a little bit lethargic. They sort of just seem to be rolling through the sets. You know, they don't have that added punch, and And I think when they're defending, Aberdeen are using a lot of second phase play and going back into the middle. And Singleton have been a bit lazy trying to cover that as well. But I know Jakey Hardy's had a couple of chances there for an intercept and that, but I'd like to see him just try and take the tackles, and I'd like to see Paul Nalasala make a few more effort runs.
Yeah, like that's, I guess, effort's a word. He seems to be effective, but he's always looking for that off-road. I want to see him at the line at pace. That's what I really want to see Frank Paul over the next couple of weeks do. Yeah, I'm with you, Jake Hardy. Make the tackle, mate. Matt Kenny said it's a hero play or it's a hero play.
That's it. And it's come off for him once, not very effective, but look, I think you should try and save those intercepts for that one-off play, that sort of, we are in some desperate situation. It almost, it's part of his game. And I think he needs to take that out of his game, and I'm with Dolly on that one. Just run the footy. You've got some good people outside. You've got Brendan Chalker outside you with a heap of speed that hasn't been used. Bailey Schultz, although very young, still a lot of speed, still a lot of grunt. We haven't even seen that side of the football being used today, boys. It hasn't even gone down the right side.
Yeah, I know your blokes like Dale Watson and Lukey Gardner are battling up. They're going up the middle, but then they're coming back and making the silly errors. But
absolutely.
I'd like to see Dale Watson get the ball a little bit wider.
Yes.
He's a dangerous edge runner.
He's wiry, isn't he, Dolly?
Yeah,
like he's a big, tall, wiry thing. And look, in the space of Dale, like he's been a lock all his life, so he can run lines, he can run hard. He just needs to get that one wider. I'd like to see him running off the hip of Jake Hardy, or run off the hip of James Bradley, or even Frank Paul.
But I'll ask you this question. Does Singleton, to you, look like they're not as structured as they have been previously when it's coming down to that regrouping and getting out of their own trouble?
Very flat on their line. Sorry, Dolly.
Yeah, no, they are flat on their line. This is the first time I've seen Singleton play this year, and obviously their halves are always a little bit different, and I suppose missing Chad Redmond would probably be a big difference for him as well.
Absolutely.
But as I said, if you have Frank Paul putting them effort runs in with a bloke of his experience, he will then attract 3-4 defenders coming out of the line. At the moment, he's not doing that.
No, they're using him in the space, but again, get him a bit wider. Open up that middle. Our middle third seem to be not getting off the line and participate. And certainly, let's say Dale Watson, Lukey Gardner, when he's out there, their power runs. Like they are taking the football on and they are taking the line on, but they're getting met with some big hits for Marcus Marsh. All of those guys.
Huey Bartholomew.
Wow. The boys in the middle are really containing that middle third well, which tells us they need to get wider.
Aberdeen's kick chase has been really good today.
Yep.
Foreign's kicking games really well. But yeah, I think Aberdeen at the moment are just on top, especially with their enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They want this game, they want to win it. I think it's up to Singleton to come out here to try and take it off, and to be honest.
I think Singleton will come back, and in terms of their enthusiasm, I'm not sure what they need to do to reignite that spark. They started off with, we said the first 10 minutes of the game is going to be the best 10 minutes, and it was. Both ends of the field, like 4 times in the first 4 minutes. Okay, they were off a couple of kicks, but that's where they're playing football at either end of the paddock. The last 20 minutes of the game sort of been, I'm not going to say scrappy, but there's been a lot of let-offs,
Yeah.
3 times down here on Aberdeen's line, it was turned over, let Singleton off once, Singleton dropped it, let Aberdeen off, Aberdeen dropped it, let Singleton off. It was like it's just backwards and forwards, come back down to Singleton's line, the same thing happens. It's like we're trying to push the footy, not trying to get into that structured play. We said Aberdeen had the perfect attacking position there from that scrum.
Yep.
You could not sort of structure anything better from a set restart of play.
Even off that penalty, mate, with that push forward pass on the first play.
Absolutely. Silly stuff.
I've got to ask you the question, is it a case that Aberdeen there in the first half, they seem to lose direction, they made a few interchanges at the one time?
I think both sides did, because you see Jakey Willis came off, then Chad Simon went on. Jakey Willis went on. Chad Simon went on. We saw 2 changes at Aberdeen at the exact same time. 3 changes, was there? Sorry, mate. Yep, Justin Bateman came on. That's right.
Travis Bateman. Ben Clark.
Yep.
And I'm waiting for the life of me.
I think sometimes if you interchanges, you can be structured, have it planned, and
Jason
at the 20-minute mark you're going to interchange your front rower. But sometimes it just doesn't work that way, and you need to change it. And it's very hard at the moment now because you've only got 8 interchanges.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. And I think some of that, like the good try, was a great line that Aberdeen ran under the post there that got their first try. our middle third or under those posts, we just didn't move off the line.
No,
I
that's
think
right.
we were tired, dial out. That change probably should have been made maybe 2 sets before.
Yeah.
Maybe that try wouldn't have happened. A little bit more enthusiasm in that middle section.
And it comes back to experience with a bloke like Daniel Hugerworth.
Yes.
He runs that line 9 times out of 10 every week, and he scores 9 times out of 10.
And it's a great line.
That's
great
right.
line. Opened
Perfect
up a
line.
great hole, back at a beautiful angle, and mate, he deserved the try. It was a good try.
I think you
just haven't learned.
You go down to 6 minutes to go before half time. Aberdeen make that mistake, 10 out from their line.
Yes.
And then TJ knocks that ball on at lock from the scrum.
So yeah, look, bang bang.
That's right.
It's just starting to get. So we're not going to call it scrappy, sloppy. It's one of those.
I think it's just fitness, mate.
And here we go. We're back underway with a large kick from Ben Baker down into that corner. And here comes the front rower, Zach Solomon. Oh, he's gone over the top of... Who was that? That was Ben, Liam Ford. Liam Ford. He's having a laugh there with number 18, Jason Hovey, Zach Solomon. He's not a front rower, but geez, he did well there.
Mate, a great hit. That's the sort of stuff, again, that enthusiasm. That's what we need straight off the beat. We played back to Tommy Johnson, goes left to James Bradley. Inside ball to Jakey Willis.
The big he's lost the ball. He's dropped it
that
clean. And here we go. A double knock on. They're going to call a scrum. But a big shout out to Dave Manane. Stop pestering me with text messages right now or I'll rip your phone out.
Wow. For you to say that, and you get about 1,000 of them every 2 minutes, don't you?
I love Dave. I love stirring him too.
Following from the Footy Fever group.
You know that he it literally is the bottom part of his jersey's painted on.
Is it?
So, yeah, just around the ribs area. And Joey Bartholomew feeds the scrum. He comes out to the left-hand side to Foran. Foran brings it towards the grandstand. He's 20 metres in from touch, 35 metres out from the try line. Huey Bartholomew dummy half again onto Jason Hovey. Jason Hovey takes it forward. He's there. No one running off him. He's 25 metres out. Plays it back to Clark. Clark out to Huey Bartholomew again. Off to Tyler Campbell. Off to Ben Baker. Out to Bayswater and Liddell Power Station. Hamish Wolfgang, who gets it to the 20-metre line, 15 metres in for touch. There's pleading for a quick play of the ball. Travis Bateman with the ball. He takes it towards the posts. He's nearly gone over the top of Jake Willis, but he's shut down there. And Frank Paul comes in and takes a rib shot. Good shot, Frank Paul. I love it. Here we go. Ben Clark from dummy half. Out to Huey Bartholomew. Foran. Will he offload it? No, he goes himself. He maybe should have offloaded that one.
Yeah. Dragged down by
and it's a penalty. Last tackle.
Flop.
Zach Solomon.
No, that was Chalker on the flop. Solomon had him dragged down.
Oh, well, Solomon's just giving him a fair few words too, so there you go.
Solomon's
last tackle
again.
First set of the...
Did we not just speak of this with Diley just 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, here we go to the centre of the field. Oh, that's a smashing tackle. Frank Paul Nuasala. Wow.
And
Ethan Edwards.
One was Ethan Edwards. That was the damager.
Ethan Edwards,
Absolutely.
there. On Tyler Campbell, it was.
Down low again, Frank over the top, and we got Jakey Willis underneath again.
Running 9 metres out from the try line. He's very gingerly getting up Marcus Marsh. Play back to Clark. Clark out to Huey Bartholomew. They're coming across the field. Huey Bartholomew dummies. Oh. He's looking for the numbers. That was an obstruction. And then, look, I've called it. Penalty for an obstruction there. Huey had Liam Foran overrun the ball.
Oh, good one, Reggie.
You know, it's like Channel 9, I can call you a dickhead.
Oh, come on.
Actually, you can drop the F-bomb. Munster did it the other night.
No, you don't do that.
No, I'm just joking. Here we go. Kicks for touch, 30 metres out. I'll bring it in and have a tap. It'll be Brendan Chalker to take the tap. Here he goes. He taps it. Offloads to Rinkin. Rinkin, geez, he's a hard worker. He brings it, but he's slammed to the ground by Jason Hovey. 35 metres out, 20 metres in from the sideline. Solomon in for a front rower run. He's run straight at Jason Hovey again. Them two have got a bit of a wrestle happening at the moment. And he's put down again. Solomon stands up to play the ball. Johnson at dummy half, 40 metres out. Here's Frank Paul Nuasala. He passes again too early. Jake Hardy. He's cut down. He's just going to make it. Oh, it's a one-on-one steal.
Travis Bateman.
Hey, Travis Bateman has...
Yep.
Oh, he's been stolen
again.
Ethan Edwards.
What's going on here?
Ethan Edwards has stripped it off Travis Bateman. So it's... Singleton with the ball. Frank Paul Nuasala takes on the line. Here he is. He's up to the 40. He's carrying it in one hand.
He's looking for someone. He's looking for someone.
What's he looking? He stopped still to pass him. Oh, dear.
Keep running, son.
Frank Paul, we want to see you down there near those posts, mate. That's where you've got to make it. That's where the points are. Here we go. Solomon, another front rower run.
Yeah, that's it.
And he's not doing too bad.
No, straight and hard, mate. He's
They're 25 metres out from the Aberdeen try line.
If we
Thomas
keep him
Johnson.
on the paddock, he'll be an asset.
James Bradley. Oh, flat ball to Ethan Edwards, who's taken down 20 metres out, 20 metres in from touch on the golf course side of Muswellbrook Olympic Park. James Bradley.
Well.
Inside to Willis. Willis brings it up. He's 10 metres out. He's taken down there well by Ben Clark. Plays the ball. Here we go. 7. Oh, there's a bit of a blow-up here going on. I don't know what... Yes, and that's a try!
Try, Jake Hardy off the post.
Jake Hardy has scored a ball off the chip. I was just paying attention down here, I'm sorry.
So was I. Marcus Marsh looks like he's either been injured or coming off. But a little chip through from Jake Hardy's bounced off the right-hand upright, straight back into his hands and under the post, mate.
Yeah, something's happened there. I don't know what it is. Is there too many players on the field, or is it... Count them numbers out there, Matt Kenny, for Aberdeen.
1, 2, 3. There's four players on the bench here, so there can only be...
8, 10, 12... So there's 13.
No.
It was like as if they were blowing up saying getting him off. They'll do it, yeah.
No, I think they'll call him for Marcus. Either he's been injured or wanted a spell, I'm unsure.
Yep.
But they want him off the paddock. Second time or third time that Frank Paul Nilsala's got some injury around that looks like just above the knee.
That may be why he doesn't want to take those big runs for the tackle. Just he's
could be carrying a bit of an injury there. I'm sure.
He's taking care of his body while he gets through the season.
You don't play that many NRL games.
Another
you come
thing,
off Frank like a spring chicken, do you?
Yeah, no, exactly right. Another thing is, we didn't know on the Bevo filled me in. Trent Walker, we haven't seen him in the side. He's left Aberdeen.
You called it through the week on the game. I think you said Trent Walker. Or it might have been just been in one of our discussions that Trent has left the building.
Yes, he has left the building. So
it's just that one bandage. It's just below the knee. It's almost like a what is it that Oshwood Slatters? That bump just below the knee where your growth plate. But would have thought Frank Paul would have been.
We know about knees, don't we? Even we commentate together and we ended up in the same hospital.
And like we said, Marcus Marsh has come off for a break there first into their 34 minutes into the game, 6-all.
Well, that's what they were screaming for. Get him off. I couldn't understand it. He doesn't look happy, Marcus, either.
No. Well, bloke like that coming off,
yeah,
he's just going to receive some treatment from Kimmy Beverstock. Looks like he's got a
big kick. That's a big kick by Ben Baker, straight down the throat of Jake Hardy. He offloads to that front rower, Zach Solomon, and he's in the wrestle again. He's in it with Ewan Bartholomew. No, it's Tyler Campbell and Jake Hardy. I was going to say, no, it's not. It's Ben Clark. As here he plays the ball, Zach, back to Rinken's coming towards the centre of the field. He's tackled. No, he's not. He's made a break.
They won't catch him.
He ankle tapped him. Look at this. It's a race, and it's Hamish Wolfgang's dragged him down from behind by the jersey. Oh, it's a penalty. That's a sin bin.
Oh, yeah.
That's a sin bin.
Professional.
Oh, no.
He's called it. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Well, it is.
Exactly what it was.
It is, but he's coming over there. That's out of character, and I'm not too sure. Yeah, no, Hamish Wolfgang, I don't think I've ever seen him sin bin before in my life.
No, but
welcome to the sin bin club, brother.
It's a professional foul, mate. And there's only one spot for a professional foul. It's over here with us.
Yeah. Well, that'll be a showing time for Singleton now as they kick for touch on the halfway line. They'll make it down to, you'd imagine, the 30. No.
It's a bit shy.
A bit shy of the 30 line.
Bit of a breeze might be playing against him.
Here we go. They're on the golf course side of the field. 10 metres in. Takes the tap. Brings under Ethan Edwards. Ethan Edwards runs the ball into Huey Bartholomew. They're going to have to tackle their little butts off on that side of the field now. As Jesse McLean made that tackle as well. Frank Paul with the ball. Frank Paul Nilsala, he's taken it 20. He's over the 20 metre line. He's 15, nearly 10 metres out. Quick play the ball that was. Tom Johnson. On the Hardy, thinks, juggles, misses it, and he's taken on the line. That was what was happening there.
He's caught the footy behind the line there. Quick play, the beautiful play the ball from Frank Paul Nilsala.
Tom Johnson on to Frank Paul Nilsala. Here he goes again. He round the back to James Bradley. James Bradley's bounced off one, and he's going to get... Oh, he's gone inches close to the try line. Here we go, Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson, go from dummy half. Dive. Tom Johnson, no, he doesn't. He comes to Frank Paul Nilsala. Offloads out to Zach Solomon, the front rower. Love saying that. Zach Solomon's tackled. 20 metres in, last tackle. Here we go. Hardy grubbers again. He hasn't told anyone about that, and it's a 7-set. They're going to... No, he didn't tell anyone about that. They'll call him for the crossfield kick, and he's grubbered it to himself. I'd be filthy too. I think it was Ethan Edwards blowing up out there and James Bradley. That wasn't to the air where Hamish Wolfgang would have been defending.
Would have been, but he's not there.
No, he's in the sin bin.
That's right.
You're looking for him. Look at this, Zach Solomon.
Big hits.
And Ethan Edwards and
Solomon and Nick Rinken
have driven Savage back. They're 22 metres out from their own try line.
We're talking about that spark single and need. It looks like they found it, Reg.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Tyler Campbell's made a break. He's got Ethan Edwards. He's contesting. He's dropped off the tackle. Now he's going to kick it infield. Here we go. That's a foot race, and he's kicked it into Bailey Schultz, who's collected it. He's now going to run it back towards the grandstand. He's got Harry Douglas. Oh, great tackle, Harry Douglas.
Great tackle, Harry Douglas.
Chalker dummy half.
Yep.
Chalker's
exactly
coming
what
out.
He wants. Yep.
He's called him out. One lazy marker. He was caught out. Harry Douglas, take a bow. That was a great tackle, mate.
Great tackle. Yep.
As here we go. Hardy on to Newenhouse. Newenhouse comes to tackle. Did he go down injured then? It looked like he did. Grabbed the ankle or something. But he, Tom Johnson onto Frank Paul Nuasala. Nuasala. Oh, Tom Johnson forward pass to Nuasala. Well, that's a...
So that's the same touchy that couldn't pick the 3 forward passes on the other side. He's picked one here that's as flat as. You can have, mate. Hey?
Oh, look, your words, not mine.
3.5 yards forward.
Oh, no, that was a gridiron pass.
Marginal.
That was a gridiron pass before. Now we've got Singleton to defend their try line. Again, early sets. 6-all on the DK Services scoreboard. With Aberdeen now on the attack. 30 metres out, sorry. They'll feed the scrum forward. Now, what are they going to do? They're down a player.
Same spot as what they had before, Reg.
Yep.
Perfect spot. 30 yards out, middle of the field, just to the left of the post.
As here we go. It's out to Tyler Campbell, who's now moved to the centres to fill the spot. He played there at the beginning of the season. He's going to play the ball. Here we go. Jesse McLean out of dummy half. He takes it infield. Good little line he's run there. He's run straight into Luke Gardner and Ethan Edwards. Jesse McLean, now he's ginger. He plays the ball back to, he stayed down to Clark. Here we go. Travis Bateman, centre of the field. The man that did the one-on-one strip, and Ethan Edwards took it back off him with the one-on-one strip. Clark, 15 metres out to forward. Forward comes around the back. Here he goes. He's going to find. No, he's found Huey Bartholomew. He's passed it back into Jason Hovey. Jason Hovey's running towards the try line, but he's shut down 10 metres out. Here we go. Forward and a dummy half. He goes himself. He comes to the line. He offloads to Travis Bateman. Travis Bateman, are they going to stop him? No, he flicks it to Tyler Campbell. And Aberdeen are over for a try. What a pass from Tyler Campbell.
Great ball from Tyler Campbell. I don't think we've read the play there well from Singleton's side. There's no real shift towards the football. Caught with the pants down there, but a great try. Great little flick pass out there to Tyler Campbell. And
Travis Bateman, wasn't it?
Travis Bateman, sorry.
Yeah.
Travis Bateman.
That's, again, Aberdeen have one in the sin bin. Singleton have the advantage, but just a silly player from a dumb pass
That's
that
nearly
went
a cardinal
forward.
sin, isn't it? Getting a strike scored against you when you've got one less player on the other side, isn't that? Isn't that a cardinal sin in rugby league?
And let's just say, Tommy Johnson doesn't really make those mistakes. So.
No, he does not. No, very safe hands, very safe person. In that regards, 28 minutes to go.
So I'm not going to shoot him. I'm not going to shoot him.
I wouldn't do that, mate. He's probably one of the better players in the group.
Oh, definitely.
In that space.
Was he in the top 10? I don't think he was.
I don't think he was, but I think he should be. I definitely think he should. I think
So should Hoogerworth.
What we need from TJ, I think, is you see the way Tommy Johnson jumps from dummy half. Probably one of the best in the group at it. So he jumps, straightens up, addresses, but he should be using that a little bit more, Reg. I think just to bring those players forward with him.
Yep.
So I think if TJ did that, you watch when he stands and addresses, he literally he's one of the best I've ever seen.
We're two of the best in the competition now.
You do.
Adam,
you did right.
Adam Clydesdale, the other one, but you got Hoogerworth, Tommy Johnson.
Slouch, yeah, absolutely.
And, like I said, we may only have 4 teams this year in the Bengalla Group 21 first grade competition, really, but they're 4 quality sides.
Yeah, they are.
We're not going to see any 38 points to
There's nothing
0
in,
in first grade.
It's obviously looking to be 12-6.
We talk about
if Ben Baker's going to slot this.
Players out this year. Look at this little young fella running the water down there as they take the kick for goal. And he's nailed it. Ben Baker, he's put it over.
12-6.
You've got Shane Hasselman running the water.
Oh, that's right.
Come on.
Please.
Shane Hasselman.
Stop it.
I know he looks like he's about 26, but he's 42.
Yeah. And I think he's got 3 knee reconstructions under his belt also.
Yeah, no. Look at it. They pulled him out of the hat last year.
Oh, yeah. And stood to the occasion too, don't worry.
Yeah. Rumour also has it that Guy Thompson's coming back to the group. So we'll
Did hear that as well. Did hear that
Here we go. As Foran takes it, Jason Hovey starts with a jog. He's going to have to put the accelerator down. What's he doing? There we go, Jason Hovey's made it. He's ripped through. He's going. That's a great run now, Jason. That's a great run. He's nearly 30 metres out from the try line, off the try line where he caught it. Here we go. Solomon and him are having a running battle. Out of dummy half, Clark gives it to Hoogerworth. That man we're just talking about. He takes the tackle. Great tackle around the legs.
Jake Hardy.
Don't take it too far, Jake.
Single marker.
Let's here we go. Savage is back on. Here he's straight into Solomon, straight into Rinkin, and then he's carted him with him another 3 metres. So they're just shy of the halfway line. Clark, dummy half, out to Huey Bartholomew. He's been a great find for the Aberdeen club. Travis Bateman. Oh, he's dropped it. Great tackle there by
James Bradley's picked it up. He's bolted.
James Bradley's in the clear.
He's in the clear. He's
going to get there.
Put the glasses down.
Can he get it? No, he can't. Well, there we go from a Travis Bateman drop ball.
Great turn of play there. Jimmy Bradley.
What was it? Yeah. Unfortunate, but yeah, no, Jimmy Bradley, I was still watching the playback here. I thought it was going to be a tackle for sure, but to see Jimmy Bradley scoot down there,
Well done,
and
James.
let's just say, he didn't have anyone heavy chasing him. It was Ben Baker. But again, look what side it was on. Hamish Wolfgang's.
Yep. Well, that's the side it should be on, yeah?
Yep.
If you're going to score, that's exactly where it should be.
Yep.
You're down one man, you should be flogging that side to death.
Yep.
Yeah? You've probably only got about 6 minutes worth of that left, or maybe even 5 now before Hamish comes back on. But Singo really need to capitalise on those errors, don't they?
Yeah, no, most definitely. They haven't done that until this occasion here. But again, Travis Bateman in heavy traffic. Not like Travis to drop that ball, but it was a great, solid shot. I couldn't see it was underneath, but it was the collision with Luke Gardner that dropped the ball.
I'm almost sure that it was the second collision of Lukey that's dislodged the footy. I'm going to say it might have been Ethan Edwards, as it was the first hit.
I think it might have been, yeah. 12-10, 24 minutes left to go in first grade as Aberdeen lead, but you've got a kick for goal by Will Newenhouse, but the wind isn't in his favour, and he's on the sideline. If he nails this, he gets the golden egg.
Got a fair boot, Will.
So here we go.
I'll back him in.
You're going to, oh, your commentator.
I'll back him in.
You've done it.
I'll back him in.
You won't get it now.
Reggie, faith, son.
Here he goes. He walks back in for another.
He'll slot this.
Lines it up.
What's on it?
And we're on Olympic. Oh, I'm not putting anything on it.
Why not?
Like I said, he'll get the golden egg if he gets this over.
Silk.
Here we go. He's taking his time.
Is he loud?
Well, not
Get off his case.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going home. I'm packing my headset and I'm leaving.
Packing your bat and ball and going.
Here we go. He moves in. He strikes the ball. He's nailed it towards the goalpost, but guess what?
He's a little wide.
You did. You put the commentator's curse on him.
Oh.
He's going to love you. 12-10 Aberdeen over Singleton with 23 minutes to go at Olympic Park, Muswellbrook. We're going to remember they're playing at this beautiful oval on the beautiful field. So,
wow. I said it was green. I didn't say it was beautiful.
oh, mate, that's great. One of the best over, the best field in the competition.
Wow. Big call, Reggie. Big call, Reggie.
I just got told, nice call. Here we go.
Does look good, though.
It does look good. Ben Baker puts the ball on the tee. Puts it up high again. It's going to come down to, give me that.
Going to be Jake Hardy.
Jake Hardy, and he gives it off to that front rower.
Zachy Solomon.
Oh, my God, he's been absolutely belted there.
Nailed him 8 metres out.
That would have been about 300 kgs in that tackle, I reckon.
That's a good push from Aberdeen there.
As here we go. That's... who's that one there with the ball? That's not Willis, that's
Jaden Stewart.
Jaden Stewart. Here we go, Frank Paul Nuasala.
No, that's Bradley Schultz. Bradley Schultz.
Yeah, Schultz.
Bailey Schultz.
Frank Paul Nuasala to play the ball just shy of the 30-metre line. Newenhouse from dummy half. This is what we'd like to see. But Travis Bateman accommodates with him, as does Ben Clark. He's 40 metres out from his own try line. As Tom Johnson tries to milk a penalty there. And a 40-20 attempt here by Bradley. Will he make it? It's going to be Harry Douglas to clean it up. It hasn't made it to the sideline. Harry Douglas takes it right across field, straightens up. No, he doesn't. He runs straight into Jake Hardy, who tackles him 20 metres in from touch with Ethan Edwards. Plays it back to Ben Baker. Hamish Wolfgang is back on. He's served his time. He's back. He's not in jail anymore. As Luke Gardner and Ethan Edwards, it's got to be a penalty. He's laying all over him. Come on, sir. Get him off him. You just sin-bin him for the same thing.
Well, that's exactly right. The inconsistency there now. We spoke earlier about the ruck work of Aberdeen and Singleton.
As here we go, Tyler Campbell with the ball. He takes on the line. He made that great flick pass earlier, and he makes a quick play of the ball, very quick play of the ball. Here comes Cameron Savage. He's put it into Luke Gardner, and he's carting him and Tommy Johnson towards the railway lines, but he's just short of the halfway line. Ben Clark. On to 4 and 4 on the last. Puts it high. It's a torpedo-y kick. It's coming down to, and he's taken it well. Oh, a penalty. Well, there you go. Forward's been taken out after the kick. What a piggyback. Who was that? You owe the team a carton.
Wasn't watching. I was actually watching Will under the high ball, to be honest with you, mate. I missed that.
Who's he going to... He hasn't pointed at anyone in specific, so we'll watch that. TJ, Tommy Johnson, we've just been told, took him out late. So here we go, Aberdeen. Aberdeen kick for the touchline over towards the tennis court at Olympic Park, Muswellbrook. They're 12 metres out. Cameron French to take the tap. Hoogworth full of steam. Off him, runs in, bang, straight into the fence and makes it only metres out from the try line. Here we go. What can Aberdeen put on here? Clark, dummy half. Off to Hincho. Held up in there in the field of play. Hasn't wrestled into the ground as Clark plays the ball. Gets the ball back to Clark. Foreign out to Huey Bartholomew, juggles it. He offloads, and it's an intercept attempt there by number 4 from Singleton. Didn't see that, but that'd be 6 to go.
That's Jaden Stewart.
No, he hasn't called 6 to go. Well, here we go. He's Tyler Campbell. He runs into Tommy Johnson and Luke Gardner. He'll stand and play the ball. He's 10 metres out near the uprights. They got it on the blind side. Four, no Baker. Baker grubbers. He didn't have to too big. Too much weight on that. He was on the front foot when he kicked that. So,
mate, good authority from the expert commentary team up here that TJ hit was not late.
Was not late?
No. You guys watch it and disagree with the ruling at that point in time.
12-10. Brendan Chalker takes the tap from the 20-metre line, and it has been chopped down where he
look at our structure
jogged
there,
it to. That's what I mean. Look
at our structure from Singleton side. We're one tackle into our set. There's nothing left all right to indicate we've got some form of play.
And look at this defence from Singleton. They're hitting and driving. As they go. For Aberdeen, sorry. As here we go with Jaden Stewart. He's tackled 35 metres out from his try line. Centre of the field.
We're tired.
Gets up, plays the ball slowly on to Frank Paul Nuasalo, who takes the line on bang. He's offloaded with the flick pass off to Brendan Chalker. Here we go. He's straightened up and he's made it to the halfway line. As Foreign cleans him up over the top, Tom Johnson comes to the blind side. He's with Jake Hardy. Off to Solomon. Solomon had a big look. There was plenty of numbers out here, but he had a bit of a look in front of him. So here we go. Tom Johnson.
I'm unsure where that ball was supposed to go to Zach there.
Tom Johnson there's been an incident happen there in that play. I'll have to watch that back on the video, but Foreign. Bit of attention from Johnson. Savage plays the ball it's offloaded out to Hamish Wolfgang. He's got a lot to make up for. Oh, Tom Johnson comes in with the solid rip shot afterwards. Clark. Here we go, Tyler Campbell. He's in behind the ruck. He's going to offload. Oh, if he got that offload off to Ben Baker.
Hands are in the air.
What's going on? There's been a few calls for something that's happening in play the ball. Old mate's holding his jaw as he gets up to play the ball, but Foreign has got the ball. He's double pumped it. He's held it. Here we go. Brendan Chalker's in the clear. Brendan Chalker's picked up the scraps. Harry Douglas brings him down.
Wow.
Oh, in a WWF tackle.
And we've let that go.
Yes. Here we go. Solomon with the ball. He's getting hit low, but he's bounced out of Hitchin, and now he's got the two lightweights on top of him with French.
That's a good solid run.
And Harry Douglas. Solomon off to Rinkin. Rinkin's met flat out by Ben Baker on the advantage line, and he's not made any ground.
Pull us into a bit of position there. Tommy Johnson on dummy half. Frank Paul takes it up on the left-hand side.
He'll always offload.
He'll offload there to Hardy. Hardy swings to the left.
He's tackled
down by
30 metres out, dead by Tyler Campbell. Tom Johnson, dummy half, off to Bradley. Bradley takes on the line, little chip over the top. There's no one there.
That's a good one. Morgan
race. No, it's bounced unfavourably for Singleton, but Ben Baker just grabs the ball and takes it to the ground. They're very slow to get back on side here, Aberdeen. Both sides feeling it. And
here we go.
Oh, I thought that was a bobble. I thought that was a knock on. But he's telling him to go back and play it.
Can play on the mark. All that's done is allow Aberdeen to regroup.
Yep. Here we go. Out of dummy half, Jesse McLean brings the C line out.
And Singleton to regroup.
20 metres in from touch on the western side, on the golf course side. Tom Johnson tackles him. Slow play the ball. Clark out to Tyler Campbell, who brings it flat out. He's nearly made the 20-metre line. He's just shy in the centre of the field. Here comes Clark out to Foreign inside. No, he doesn't. He kicks it into. That's an accidental offside.
Yep.
He's kicked it into the back of Hincho, so you can't blow up about that, boys. That was just one of those errors that you can't accommodate for.
I think Hincho's come through looking for the footy off that hip, mate, and Foreign's decided to go for the boot.
That was the third tackle, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, look, you're getting out of jail. We're getting out of. He wants to play football down there. Yeah.
The Magpie call.
Maggie.
Yeah, the Magpie call. Someone's down. I can't see who it is.
Maggie's it.
It looks like it could be Jason Hovey, maybe. Yes, number 17. Jason Hovey's down.
Didn't see what happened in the back play there.
I'm not too sure. I didn't see him.
No.
Maybe he's obviously injured in some capacity, but whereabouts it is.
Kimmy's out there.
You're right about the structure of the Singleton side.
Very slow, Reggie. From that get out set, like the Singleton's got the footy back.
Yep.
We're 1, 2, nearly 3 tackles into our set, and we really don't seem to have any structure about where we're going, what we're doing.
It has been paying off in periods though, where they've been making those little breaks.
Absolutely, but it's the second phase stuff that's actually Singleton are relying on in terms of the Brendan Chalker sprint, the James Bradley sprint, those types of things. That's what they're relying on, but there's no real first push on the footy. The second phase play is what they're using.
I'll tell you what though, Frank Paul with that one hand on the ball, like a basketball, he's an NRL player, but you can nearly shoot through and predict that intercept.
You could predict that pass.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You wait till they come up, they'll get to the likes of Jacob Ellis and the speedsters.
Absolutely. When you get those little wiry fellas around the ruck.
Here we go. One player that we haven't seen come into the game yet for Aberdeen is Ethan Tickle. He might add an extra dimension.
True enough. No, we've still got Carl Gilmore and Nick Cox on the Singleton bench that haven't seen a run yet.
So 25 metres out, 15 in from touch. And here we go. Ethan Edwards, workload again pretty big. He's now 20 metres in from touch, just shy of the 20 metre line, attacking the Aberdeen try line. 12-10 if you've just joined us in favour of Aberdeen. Frank Paul Niosala gets taken to ground. He's 15 metres out centre.
The one time you wanted that pass to happen was Dale Watson was right beside him and we didn't get it.
James Bradley, inside ball to, that's Jaden Stewart. He's tackled 20 metres in from touch, 10 metres out from the side, from the try line. As here we go, what do they got? They out to Hardy. Hardy's coming across field. He picks it up, Wood Neuenhouse around the back. He steps, he weaves. He's gone straight into Hoogerworth.
Don't know that it was there anyway. Good defence from Aberdeen. Up
last
quick,
tackle. What do they do? James Bradley, 20 metre line. They're all in front of him. He's gone, it's hurt young Henshaw as well. Will be 6 to go. Not played it. No, it's it. No,
still in the last tackle. Wow.
And here we go. Aberdeen's going to trap Singleton with the ball. Oh no, Hamish Wolfgang's got the ball. He's palmed off Ethan Edwards. It's a foot race. Morgan Emmett is going to get him, is he? Yes, and he brings him down 20 metres out from the try line. They're over there with Huey Bartholomew. He goes down the blind side. He's going to come
offside.
in.
Morgan Emmett is nowhere near square yet.
So yeah, that's a penalty.
Yep, not square.
Not square.
Not square. So I dare say Hamish...
10 minutes!
I dare say, I was just about to say Hamish has walked over and asked him, why is that not a penalty?
Yes.
A sin bin, sorry.
Professional foul. So there we go. I did see that.
Yep.
And I thought, well, it wasn't square. It's a run of play. He's broken it down. And we haven't got
Hamish has walked straight over and said, why is that not off?
I can't say that we can... but he might be just sucking up a bit of time here, Luke Gardner, but we can't get the referee. He's gone flat. There we go. Well, here we are. 10 metres out from the try line. Aberdeen, Singleton with one in the sin bin. Remember, though, Aberdeen did score a try when they were one down. So here we go. Aberdeen, here's Savage. Takes it straight hard and forward into 4 Singleton defenders.
Why has play started when the guy hasn't even left the field?
I'm not too sure why that is. I don't know whether he was watching over. He was too busy talking to Luke Gardner. Here we go. Forwards with the ball around the back to Ben Baker. Ben Baker, here we go. Cameron French is going for the corner. He steps in, and it's a try. Try time for the Aberdeen Tigers. Right off that play. One player in the sin bin, and just well played, well executed.
That's young Brendan Chalker's side of the wing. He must have been caught up, held up inside. He did have a good scramble there. Obviously, not quick enough to shut down play. Good eyes from Aberdeen. Saw the hole out wide, pushed it left, and they've got the chocolates, mate.
And Cameron French, of course, scoring that try. I want to see. Now we've got 15 minutes, 14 minutes left. It's 16-10. I'm going to say that he's not going to kick this Ben Baker. He's going to shoot me in the foot if he does kick it and give me absolute crap for the next week.
You put the curse on this time.
Oh, no, I'm saying
there you go.
There's a bit of a wind blowing. I'm not going to tip him. He's right in, what's that, a metre in from the touch line.
Pretty much wind coming straight at him, I'd suggest.
Yeah.
Crossfield wind thereabouts.
It'd have to be a brilliant kick for him to knock this over, but it'll be 16-10 it'll be 13 minutes to play.
It'll be 12 by the time they kick off.
But let me say this, they've got to bring Josh Tickle into this match. They've got to inject him into this Aberdeen side. That's what they're missing. As you said, the Singleton team aren't structured as much.
Doesn't appear to be, mate. In stages, yes, they do appear to be extremely structured. But when they need to be structured in terms of coming out of their 20 and their 30, they seem to be in 6s and 7s. You know,
yeah. It's
almost like it's yardage football. That's great, but it doesn't appear to be a plan to be able to get back to some attacking football.
And I don't. Morgan Emmett had to make that tackle. It was a try anyway.
No.
There was no one back there, so...
Benny Baker's shaping up here now. Let's say about 2 metres in from the
I'm going to owe him a card if he hits.
Western touch line.
Carter to his new, thanks to the sponsors of Group 21.
Does the Piggy Riddell. Down he goes.
He just doesn't stick the arm out like he does.
There he is. Hands are closed. Moves in. Strikes it, and I tell you, he has just missed that. That's a coat of paint. Reggie, you are nearly eating words there. Great kick from Benny Baker. Unfortunately, still 16-10 with 12:40 left on the clock. Singleton make their way back to the halfway line, kicking to the southern end of the ground.
And, of course, a big thank you to our sponsors, Bengalla for Group 21. I can just see Bengalla's offices online at the moment, so someone out there listening in. So
good stuff.
As the kickoff's gone downfield, it's gone into Liam Ford and on to Steve Hinchin. He's full of pace. That's a bit high from me. Sorry, Rinkin. But get up and play the ball just shy of the 20-metre line. Here we go, Hoogerworth back in behind the markers. He's tackled. He's coming towards out of trouble, out of his own danger zone, 25 metres out from the highway end of the Muswellbrook Olympic Park. Savage on a roll, straight into Dale Watson. He makes metres every time he runs the ball, and not just a few. It's usually 10 to 20. As here we go. There we go. He's milked that too. That's well played. He did. He went back down that last time.
Well played, sir.
Well played, yes. But I still go back to that forward pass that wasn't pulled up before half time.
Oh, yeah. Then there's been a bit of that to and fro, but that definitely that inconsistency in that ruck area, I think, is something that we'll need to work on.
They'll fix that up. It's only round 4 for the referee. Look at Hoogerworth.
Oh, no.
Oh, he will be filthy. Cameron French has tapped it and taken it himself, and he's 20 metres out. Clark in the dummy half off the 4 and looking for Huey Bartholomew, finds him. Huey Bartholomew finds a fast running Tyler Campbell. Tyler Campbell did the flick pass before it opened up for Travis Bateman. That time he didn't.
James Bradley's rattled into the ground over there.
As here we go. It's out to Huey Bartholomew, on to Steve Hinchin again. He takes it to Frank Paul, Neil Suller and Dale Watson. Dale Watson, he's tackled right in front of the goalpost.
Marcus Marsh.
They've gone back the other way. Clark. Off to Huey Bartholomew. Huey Bartholomew's dancing around. Oh, nearly above the horizontal there, but he's
Marcus Marsh back. He's on for Cameron Savage, mate. Just made the change for Aberdeen.
Ben Clark goes from dummy half. He's caught with the ball. Huey Bartholomew gets the offload. Out to Ben Baker. Ben Baker reaches out. Oh, he's just shy. It's the last tackle. Here we go. What are they going to do? Tyler Campbell punches it in. It's in the field of play, and he's had to play it at Huey. No.
He's let it go over. Singleton's got the ball.
I thought Will Newhouse had to take that dead then.
No, I don't think
but he's going to bring it back for the 20-metre restart. Now, don't get complacent, guys. This is not NRL. You can't just race up and take the tap.
We're back on side quick. They're ready for it, mate.
Well, they've still got Singleton down to 12 men, mate. They need to make the most of this.
Definitely, they're looking to be the fitter side. 6 to go, goes up for the 7 tackle count.
So we've got 10 minutes left on this field, in this game. Are you looking field goal the next time you get down there, Matt Kenny?
Well, not for Singleton, no.
No, I'm talking Aberdeen.
Yeah, mate, you'd have to be on the books, mate.
Frank Paul, the offload, no doubt. No, he takes it to the ground and he's tackled over 35 metres out from the Aberdeen try line. Remember, they've got 7 tackles here. Tommy Johnson out of dummy half. He runs towards the markers. He's found Dale Watson. Dale Watson is tackled 22 metres out, 10 metres in from touch by Marsh and Foran. Tom Johnson. Jake Hardy.
Marsh nowhere near square there.
Here we go. Bradley onto Ethan Edwards. Oh, great tackle there. I can't see who that is underneath. But it's a great tackle, and they're in the 20 zone
Richie
now.
Graham?
Yeah, Richie Graham
underneath there. Great tackle. Richie.
Here we go. Jumps from dummy half very quickly. Jake Hardy, was it?
Out
Kicks
wide.
Wide.
Oh, no. Who is it?
Wait, the light pole got me there. I was hoping from you.
The light pole. I think Brendan Chalker went up for it, made a little knock on there out to Bailey Schultz. It'll be a changeover.
10 metres in, 10 metres out.
10 in, 10 out from the Aberdeen line.
Hoogs to play the ball back to French. Cameron French. He'll give it off to... No, he won't. He'll take a seat line out of dummy half, and he makes it. Great metres. Nearly at the 20-metre line.
That's the Tommy Johnson one. That's exactly what TJ needs to do.
Hamish Wolfgang with a hit up. He makes it up to the 30-metre. He's over the 30-metre line and tackled by Luke Gardner and Ethan Edwards. Quick play the ball again, and then we've got a roll on now. Jesse McLean's found some space, but he stayed on his feet. He's got Frank Bell, he's got around him, but he's dragged down there by James Bradley. Missed to fix it. Here we go. Aberdeen with the roll on. Singleton not back on side. A second-ditch attempt to keep him down, but we've got Marcus Marsh with the ball. He takes it back in towards the markers. He's going to have to look for the offload because they've got numbers. They've got Singleton still have one in the sin bin. 30 metres out. They've got on the blind side before him. Huey Bartholomew takes the chip. At 6 to go. 6 to go. It was touched by
Jake Hardy.
Oh,
sorry, Jaden Stewart. Jaden Stewart jumped up for the kick. Just come off the hands.
And it was Tyler Campbell that regathered it. So here we are, Tom Johnson in that tackle. Foran goes into dummy half. Will he jump the blind side? No, he doesn't. He comes to Steve Hinch and takes towards the centre of the field. He's going towards the uprights, but he's tackled 10 metres out. Foran and chirping at him at the feet. He's in dummy half. He's gone for a scoot. He'll nearly get there, will he? No, he doesn't. He offloads it out to number 12, Richie Gray. And Richie Gray stretches out. He's over. He's over. Down that side again where
same side.
Morgan Emmett in the sin bin at the moment, and they've capitalised on it now in 2 tries in the matter of minutes.
So like you say, Reggie, the call is always, do you go for the field goal when you get down there? 7 minutes of play. Great decision from Aberdeen. They've taken the foot there, they've backed themselves, and they've come up with the chocolates again. Out wide. Same side as what you said, down that wing where Singleton are one short.
Yeah. And it was a great run by Jesse McLean.
Absolutely.
He's like a little wombat.
Great run.
He's built like a wombat.
Very underrated. You look at the guy and think, man, he wouldn't be able to run, but gets them feet going to tees, and you put the glasses down, nearly.
Yeah, no, that was a great try to Richie Graham, and he had a lot of work to do to get over the line to put that
Great
ball
hit
down.
up. So Richie Graham up here, his name comes up every time he comes on the paddock. Great hit down here by Richie, and stops England fair in their tracks.
Marcus Marsh coming off, as you see here.
Yeah,
I
think there's a rib or a cartilage or something there. He got a little bit of treatment off Kimmy there earlier, up under the right rib cage there.
Well, they want
cartilage.
Ethan Tickle into the match. Josh Tickle into the match.
Tickle.
You watch this young kid, mate.
I know Josh Tickle. He's a scone boy.
They're going to keep. He will keep them on their toes. 6 minutes 30 remaining on the clock as Ben Baker lines up this kick for goal. 20 metres out.
Marcus Marsh comes off. Where does Josh Tickle go?
Mate, he does the same as Zach Sullivan. He goes to the front row.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, he'd be 60 kgs ringing wet.
You'd reckon so.
No, that was a coach call from on the field that Marcus Marsh ran off, and they've put Joshua Tickle. Why do I keep saying Ethan?
I don't know.
But here we go. Ben Baker to line up the kick. He's done the Piggy Riddell. Hasn't got the arm out there. Strikes it. Has come across the face of the uprights. And that remains 20 points to 10. Aberdeen over Singleton. 5 minutes, 50 seconds remaining.
Zach Simon on for Lukey Gardner.
He's been a warhorse.
Oh, absolutely.
He
just puts it down every time he's out there. It's just solid in defence.
What I like is Zach Simon's discipline today. There's been a lot of niggle, and he hasn't bitten.
Look, there's a lot of discipline come to the club, I'm sure, with Jai at the helm there.
Let's see, we go for the short kick-off. It's gone straight down Hamish Wolfgang's throat.
Yeah,
he's nearly made it back to the 40-metre line. It did go the 10, so here we go. Tyler Campbell with the ball. He runs it straight and hard. He's hit there right in the ribs by Ethan Edwards. Edwards is over the 40-metre. He's over the 40-metre line. Here we go. Hinchin will make it to the halfway. What a run.
Solid run. 12 metres straight out of
Tommy Johnson
forward, yep.
And James Bradley. Needs a quick play of the ball. They're on a roll now, Aberdeen, but where will Ethan Tickle fit into this? Tyler Campbell makes it to the 40-metre line, 10 metres in from touch.
Ethan Tickle looks like he's moved into the
Joshua
halves.
Tickle, sorry, mate. Here he is, Josh Tickle with the ball. He offloads to... Oh, that was not...
Oh, look at this.
That was a held back. That was a penalty.
Tough.
That was a penalty. Hugelworth. Yeah, that was a tough pass, but that was his first touch. Maybe I put too many big raps on him during the week.
Welcome to first grade, son.
Oh, this is only his third game. Has he gone into halfback?
I think he has, Josh. He was playing definitely in the halves position.
He should have been
at fullback, or
he should have got in there just in that opening exchange just to get the hands on the ball.
Absolutely, get the first touch out.
There was it was a pressure pass that he tried to get to Hoogs, and it wasn't on. So
Benny Baker's still at fullback. No, he moved into the back row there. There he is.
So we've got a lock back on for Singleton. So it's near 13 on 13 with Morgan Emery with the ball. Big hit connection there with Ben Clark. He gets out of that. He runs another 5 metres and he's tackled by Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish Wolfgang tackles him just shy of the halfway line. Centre field. Out of dummy half goes Will Neuenhouse. We haven't called that too much, and that's where he's strong. He's over the 40. So he's 10 metres in from touch on the golf course side of Muswellbrook's Oval. 38 metres out from the Aberdeen try line. There he is, Zach Solomon, the front rower. He's going to love that.
Mate, it is. It's solid, you know. It's a good hard run. It's a good front rower's run.
Frank Paul Nuasala takes it. He's in behind the market. This is a solid run. That's what we want from you, Frank. And he's offload. That's the offload we want. Into Tommy Johnson. Here we go.
Extra 2 or 3 out of the play.
Shut down the play there halfway.
Frank's calling it again. He said, give it to me here, son. I want to go again. Who's
well,
with
that's
me?
why they're giving it to him. That's
Bradley.
That's why they brought him to the club. Here he goes. James Bradley. He's dangerous in this period, but he's got no support. Where is his support? Last tackle. 8 metres out. Back to Hardy. Flat ball. Chalker's got speed. He should be in, but this is goal.
Damn pole's in the way.
Damn pole. Damn
Try
pole.
time.
The boys have just looked at us up here and had a laugh because there's a light pole at Muswellbrook that gets us every time. That's what they score.
Dolly's giving us a replay there.
Take us through it, Kurt Doyle. I said take us through it.
Look, a great ball out. Great ball to Brendan Chalker. Running on a great line. Just back at a slight angle, back in towards on that hot line, that unders line, and caught Aberdeen napping out wide. But I don't know that that's enough to save Singleton. That's 20 to 14.
We have to make a quick kick from this Will Neuenhouse.
Same thing. What's he? 10 metres in and 20 out.
Yeah.
Facing south.
Look, I've got to say, they've got to get to a...
So what's Aberdeen do now, mate? Do you put the high ball up? Do you put the short ball in?
No, you put the high ball up deep.
You put it as deep as you can.
Yeah.
Right into the corner.
And no shallow no shallow kicks. No low line ones. As you can hear the crowd trying to put him off here as he moves in. He's nailed it, Will Newenhouse.
Straight over the black one.
Straight over the black. It is 20 points to 16. Aberdeen still leading Singleton in the Group 21. Bengalla Group 21 competition's first grade clash from Olympic Park, Muswellbrook today. And what a scene. We've even got a big mining machinery getting escorted over the bridge. We're in the Hunter Valley, mate. We're in the mine territory.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bengalla.
Thanks, Bengalla.
Where's that going to?
Oh, that way. To the right.
1 minute 50 on the clock.
Yeah,
like I said, happy 13-year anniversary, Matty.
And where else would I be, Wedgie?
Yeah, 13 years Matty and I have been together, promoted Group 21. It's great. Here we go. Ben Baker puts it high. He's done the torpedo. He's coming down. Straight to Jake Hardy. He's taken it. Dale Watson. He's bringing it back towards the centre of the field. That's a good run now. If they can get a quick play of the ball, they could be on here. Minute 30 left on the clock. Tommy Johnson with the headband off now. Out to Hardy. Here we go. This could be... Oh!
No, it's a knock on.
Knock on. That'll slow the clock down, but it was...
It's a touch.
Yeah, they need to pack the scrum. Singleton very slow to get there. So there's a minute and 10 seconds. They've got to go the full length of the field. They've got to go 80 metres, Singleton.
Has been
have
done,
a chance.
It's a big
Oh,
ask.
look. It's now down to a minute 3. By the time they feed this scrum, here we go. Where the clock's now in the seconds, it's counting down. This is going to be...
sweeps to the left. No.
Here we go.
Last minute.
Jake Hardy with the ball. Oh, he's dropped it.
Spilt it.
That was a great tackle
Aberdeen
there.
have spilt it again.
That's
Double
a great
knock on.
tackle. Who was it? I'm trying to see. That was Ben Baker. Right in the ribs of Jake Hardy. He hasn't had the best day.
Hasn't had the best day today in the halves. A bit of pressure there, but that'll be the ball game, mate. They'll try and pack this scrum, but...
No, Aberdeen will drag it out.
Well, it'll be a knock on, knock on Singleton first.
You got Frank Paul in the engine room at the back. Do you push? Hasn't been done yet this year.
No, well,
here we go.
true enough.
Watch the push. Ethan Tickle to feed the scrum too. The young fellow who got chipped last week about the way he fed the scrum.
Josh Tickle.
Yeah. That's come out. Oh, no, that's going to be it. 10 seconds left. It's come out the side of the scrum now with under 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the siren. There it is in the background. Hamish Wolfgang will just take the tackle, and Ethan Edwards just says, yep, game over, I'll just tackle your son, no dirty play. Well, that's it for the Bengalla Group 21 first grade clash at Olympic Park. 20 points to 16, Aberdeen have defeated Singleton. Matt Kenny, thoughts?
Interesting game, Reg. Could have been in the balance 2 or 3 different